Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Uncle Bruce here from London with Auntie Jen. Welcome all to the show. It is May the 17th today. It's Tuesday. We're 1 hour to go before we start trading for the day, and we're following, as usual, a lot of different things. I hope you're doing okay out there. I hope you're getting summer-like weather now. Is it getting any warmer for anybody out there? Here, it's gorgeous. Beautiful sunny day today, as promised, and it has delivered. We are now at 76 degrees here in London, high of 80 in the next few hours. By the time I get off the air, we'll top out at 80 degrees for the high today. Tomorrow, 73 for the high. Thursday, 71, and then back into the 70s next week. So not too bad for London in the UK. Welcome welcome all to the channel. Also, we have a new member here, and I don't know how to pronounce this exactly, so I'm just gonna go PB. PB is here as a new member. Welcome PB to the gang. Um, I'm sure it's a friend, not a foe. Welcome all of you who are already here, who've been signing up this morning and letting me know what thumbs ups number you are. Number 3, number 16. Odin's Pumpkin is here. Jennifer's here. Welcome, number 25. Number 22, Hector's here. Mirko's here. Nick, there we are. PB. Hello. I am a chicken sandwich, says PB. Shez is here. John Anderson, good morning, everybody. And Hector, good morning. Welcome all to the telecast from wherever you are around the world. It's good to see you. We've got an up opening indicated. Okay, it's a higher opening, that should be happening. 356 point gain so far for the Dow Jones in the pre-market. We were as high as 500. We were up over 500 about 2 hours ago, but a couple of things have happened. We ran into positive news for Walmart. Positive news for Home Depot and negative news for Walmart. Both companies' sales were higher. Both had higher sales. Home Depot had higher profits. Walmart did not. Yet they had higher sales. Why would Walmart have higher sales and not make more money? Inflation eating into their bottom line. Inflation caused sales numbers to go up, but the cost of the goods and cost of labor and just everything else is eating into Walmart's profits. So they're making money. Yeah, Walmart's making money, but not as much as expected by the analysts on a per share basis and so on. So interesting how this is going. Walmart shares are a bit lower in the pre-market. Home Depot has been higher. So the Dow up 362. Okay, good. We're up 58 now on S&P, and we're up about 226 on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is the big winner, 1.8% higher. The S&P up 1.4 and the Dow up 1.1. Happy about that. By the way, Aurora, thank you for being number 43. David is here, number 38. Bill, I'm 44. Bama Babe, hello. Chicken sandwich. Tiff, number 14. Vilbus, number 29. And ready to rock, baby. I'm ready to rock. No, Garza, number 42. Welcome, everybody, to the show. My voice is going, as you probably are noticing. It's a little gravelly. I'm still suffering from the effects of this thingy that I'm dealing with. The sneezing has stopped. The runny nose has stopped. Now I just get the old blow fest going and just blow it out. It's now moved into this throat area here, so it's a little rough. So bear with me. I'll hang on as long as I can. Sleeping fine. We're adjusting to the time. Yeah, bit by bit, but we're hanging in there. What else is going on out there? Interest rates are a tad higher today. We've noticed the rates on the 10-year 2.90%. It appears that the debate is back on again. Whether we're going to have a rise in rates soon. Powell will speak later today. We got up to 2.9, almost 9.2, but we're now back to 2.90 on the U.S. We might be just dropping a little bit. We're waiting on data. Yeah, data on retail sales. Data on retail sales. I'm just watching for this. German 10-year, by the way, just over 1% now, 1.02%. That has gone up from about 0.97. currency markets, the euro is higher by a penny to 105.33 from 104. The pound is up also a penny to 124. Actually, it's up 1.5 today, 124.8. The reason the euro and the pound are a little higher this morning is because positive economic data came out for the euro economy, showing a slight rise in the GDP of the eurozone economy, and that is a big deal. We'll see how that holds out. Let me just check and see if I can find. There's supposedly coming supposed to be coming a report. Retail sales report supposed to come out, and we're waiting for that. Not sure if that's happened yet, or is it going to be happening. Let's take a look here. What's driving the markets? And by the way, the markets in Asia did well, but that was kind of catching up to us, I think. Walmart did fall as much as 7% at one point this morning. It's not quite so bad off now, but that was concerning over there. We'll see when the market actually opens on how this goes. 8:30 Eastern time is the expected release of the retail U.S. economic data, April retail sales due, 8:30 Eastern time. I'm trying to figure out what time is it now in Eastern. What time is it in New York, everybody? Do you guys know? I'm always struggling here with time differentials.
20 after 10, 8, 20 after 8 in the morning.
So it's 8:37 Eastern. It's 1:37 here, so it's 8:37 in Eastern time. Is that what you're saying?
I just know
it's 1300 minus 5.
6:37 in Calgary.
So it's 8:37 in New York. See? Oh gosh. See how much fun we're having over here in London? Jen and I are going, what time's in Calgary? Well, what time's it in New York?
Same way, but we get there.
What time's it here? Well, what time is supposed to be here? Well, what time do you think it is? What do you feel what time it is? It's sanity. I don't have the report here. I don't see the numbers, but we'll see what's going on. Gas is higher, and that sucks. And Jason says it right there. You nailed it, Jason. That's exactly correct, because oil right now is higher again. It is now at 113.88. Actually, it was 115 this morning, but right now it's 113.82. Kind of need oil at 95 or less a barrel to make things a little easier. Richard is number 71. Michael is here. Welcome. H. Gregory, thumbs up, number 72. AZ and Michael are saying it's 8:37, Bruce. It's 8:37 Eastern. Good morning, Jen from Duncan. John is going, hi, Jen. She's just right over there. She's just right behind us. Can't you see her? She's right there. I'm right here. Kent is saying hello. Good morning. Good morning. European markets are higher today. 0.75 of a percentage point, 1.5, 1.2 between between London, Germany, France. They're all up today. And so the U.S. markets will be higher. We are oversold. A big story came out. A comment was made by a high-end Bank of America equity strategist. I'll give it that much of a title. Give that person a big title like that. Basically saying that in the last month or so, 2 months, as we backed off in this market, too much cash has come out of the market from too many places. The big guessing game has been going on that I've talked to you about a little bit about. Where do you put your money when you have higher inflation expected with higher interest rates expected, maybe a slowing economy, higher energy? Where do you reposition your portfolio? Now, if you are running a multiple hundreds of billions of dollars pension fund, like we are talking ungodly amounts of money that can't be in one entity. You have to have it spread out over thousands of different places. You're going to shift money around. You're going to shift money out of certain areas that may not do as well into areas where things will get better. Well, what's been happening here in these markets globally is a lot of money managers, asset managers, and so on, equity fund managers, they've been selling first and asking questions later. And so a lot of money has been pulled out of equities and has just gone into short-term treasury notes for like a week here, 2 weeks there, just bring in like piddly amounts of interest money, but just keep the cash on the sidelines. And when it becomes clearer to us where we're headed, we'll then put our dough into where we want to be and keep it away from where we don't. The Bank of America senior analyst is saying there is more money now on the sidelines than after 9/11. We haven't seen this kind of liquidity since 9/11. This is historically high. Cannot last. The cash has got to work, and money makes more money in the equity market than in the bond market. You might have the Treasury, the US 10-year note, go to 2.9%. That's great. Yeah, too much. But if you buy IBM, you're going to yield 5% on your money on the dividend. You don't want to underperform, because money managers, equity managers, hedge fund managers, and asset managers, they get paid on the gain of the portfolio. And they also get compensated and rated on how they compare to other investments, other entities. So it might be your pay packet might be heavily adjusted if you're the portfolio manager, and with the 200 team members you have, all of you guys, your bonus at the end of the year is directly attributable, comparable to how you did against the S&P 500. How did you do against the Dow? How did you do against ETFs on average? How did you do against the technology indexes? And on and on and on it goes. There's a million ways to measure performance of asset managers. And right now, cash is not where you want to be to get results, to get returns. You want the cash to be allocated into various areas. Now, those who are in charge of equity investing, stocks, they're searching for where to go. Now, this morning, it's pretty clear. Get out of Walmart, get into Home Depot. There's a winner or loser. Well, what about Target? What about Costco? What about Apple? What about Microsoft? There's a lot of dough that is going to it will need to be allocated into the markets. And the Bank of America guys are saying, bottom line is the indexes will go higher, because this money will come into the market wherever it wants to be going into the market. And inevitably, the shares that will be purchased and chased after will be such that they will move the indexes higher, generally speaking. And the ones that they avoid they'll kind of hang around and won't take off as much. But when liquidity improves in the market, you get a lot of activity building up again. And so the circle of life continues in the investment business. So we're watching already 362 Dow points this morning being added to the total. This could be our first up week in 7 weeks for these markets. We are way oversold by trillions of dollars. I'm not talking now billions of dollars, which can be a 1 or 2 day thing. I'm talking about trillions of dollars have been removed from the markets globally. And a chunk of that is coming back in here over the next week or 2 or 3. And so you have this tradable bottom coming, this term that I keep bringing up to you. This tradable bottom is being thrown around now, that, well, we may have overcooked the selling on the get out and ask questions later. Get out of the building. Where's the fire? Get out of the building. Where's the fire? There is no fire. Well, let's get back in the building. And so now, well, what floor do you want to go to? Well, let's go to the restaurant on the top, or let's go back to the office halfway up. This is what's going on here. There is no fire per se. We have a strong job market. We have a strong demand for goods and services. We have shortages of a number of things out there. Cars are in short supply, vehicles, generally speaking. Baby formulas in short supply. Certain meds are not easily available. It goes on and on. All of these demands, shortages, needs do not spell recession. They actually spell increased ability to make money, depending on who in the equation you are. Are you the buyer of baby formula? Well, you'll pay whatever you have to pay. That means you're a loser. If you're the maker of baby formula, you might be a loser right now because you've been restricted making it, but now you're a winner again because you can start making it. But then you might be a loser because the cost of making it is much higher than it used to be. So you might be a wishy-washy break-even person. The retailer might be the winner. The retailer is going, I got people coming in this store every 2 minutes asking me for baby formula. And every time a truckload of this stuff arrives, these customers come in here and then they buy the diapers and they buy this and they buy that and they buy this. But I'm doing great. So there's winners and there's break-evens and there's losers. And welcome to the world in which we live. It is a dollar and cents world. And as option writers, you couldn't have it any better. You are in the sweet spot of investing life. You're looking for winners. You're looking for strength. You're looking to write against upward movement in stock. And what are you writing? 1, 2, 3, 4 week out options, out of the money. Premium is what you're after. And you're looking for depreciation of a contract. Simple, easy. Most 99% of the market doesn't get it. And here we are. You're part of the 1%ers who understand how options shrink out and how you can score. So there you have it. That's the deal. This is what's going on. Anyway, Richard says, I paid $136 to fill up my Jeep this weekend. Yikes. Lame duck. Thumbs up. I'm 79, 78. AZ, how are you guys adjusting, Uncle Bruce? How are we doing, Jen? How are we adjusting?
Like to the time?
Yeah.
We sleep a lot at odd hours.
We sleep a lot at odd hours.
We're awake at odd hours.
We're awake at odd hours.
But we're kind of there now.
We're getting there now. Yeah. I mean, it's a gorgeous sunny day, so our brain is going, whoa, what a beautiful looking day it is. It's 1:47 in the afternoon. It looks so beautiful. But our other back of our brain is going, but you know what that means? It's only 6 o'clock in the morning where we live, you know.
It'll be really warm today.
But, the next 6-8 hours will be easy for us to handle because our no matter what side of the brain you're talking about, it's daytime. It's the next 12 hours that we'll have to deal with.
And to be outside, it's easy. They have odd accents, but they're speaking English, so it's
true.
It's easy.
That is true. You also get used to, you get very used to the things here. You get things become normal awful fast around here, so you adapt very quickly to that. I was out this morning taking some video because I need sort of stock footage for my other channels, Traveling with Bruce. And today I was in front of the Aldgate station, which is a subway, an underground station. And I'll show you this. I took a little shot. I don't know how well you'll see this. Let's see if this works any well. Hang on. As soon as I hit it, it'll go into high speed here. Hang on. Maybe it won't. Hold on. There it goes. Okay. There we go. There you go. That's London. Double-decker buses. People walking across the street going to Aldgate subway station. Here's a park. I was in a park just half a block from here. I'm trying to get this to work for you so you can see the full motion of it. I don't know. Does that work? There you go. People coming, going. They're going to work. People are going to work here this morning. We're in the financial district, and we have a real difference in architecture. We have old churches, buildings pre-war, 1800s and older, and then we have post-war buildings, and then we have the modern skyscrapers from 30 years ago, 10 years ago, and right now. And you see cranes here and there. London is booming and bustling, and it's gorgeous out. And here we go. Here's a building with some cranes around it in the background here. I mean, it's everything. It's a really vibrant, amazing place. I just love people watching. I mean, I enjoy this as much as I do going to a museum. This to me is what I love to do. Just walk around and watch the poor saps go to work in their suits. I'm talking about the guys, and I don't have to. That's what I like. That's my idea of a good time. By the way, SoFi 708 this morning, just on the pre-market. So yeah, we're doing all right. We're hanging on. 630 gallons, says Richard. Man, Michael, damn, where at Corona, California, says Richard. That's where I'm buying my gas. Yikes, Michael, I paid $4.98 for premium yesterday, and I was pissed. Haven't seen a gas station down here. I have to admit, we're in central core of London, and I have not seen a gas station anywhere here because there are no gas stations here. You can't afford to sell gasoline down here in downtown London. Yeah, do you mind? Like downtown, like Manhattan. How many gas stations are in Manhattan? Very few. There you go. Anyway, number 83, top of the morning. My thumb is here, but I am in some minutes offline for 2-3 hours. Hang in there, my friend. PB, I've been rolling a 30-day, $450 spider, a short put position, cash secured since December 22. I'll be able to keep rolling at this strike to the end of the recession in 5 years. Will I be? I have no idea. Octavio, number 31, number 91, thumbs up. I've been doing this. Octavio, I pay $6.09 to Santa Clara. Vernon, 93 thumbs ups. Neat. Number 97 for DQ. Option Nomad, I'm number 104. Mallow, I'm number 105. Nazareth, I'm 107. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to ask for fish and chips, Bruce. We went out yesterday to a pub for dinner. Burger and fries. But we had a cheese and bacon burger. But it's
seeing fish and chips.
Canadian back bacon. Yeah, we didn't see fish and chips. As a matter of fact, I did read an article here that there are something like, I want to get this number right. There's 2,000 something fish and chips shops in London, and the price of everything has skyrocketed, including sunflower oil that you use to produce the chips, the fish and the chips. The price of that has gone up 80 something percent. It is skyrocketed. And the talk here is that half of the fish and chip shops might be in economic peril and could be gone by the end of the year. They might be down to 1,000 by the end of the year. Now, they've been on the decline anyway. Fish and chip shops are on the decline because in the 40s and the 30s and the 20s, London was made up of UK nationals born and bred here. UK today, London today, you walk through downtown London, you don't see the same people that we saw in the newsreels during Churchill's time. This town is truly international. It is of all cultures. And so the restaurants reflect it. We have got food here from wherever you want it, whatever kind of taste you have, it's available. And the fish and chip shops, which used to be a staple, the hardcore staple, there what was there once 10,000 of them? Now there's 2,000. There might be 1,000, and even that might be too many to sustain because the taste palette of the UK, the average person living here, is not necessarily the same taste palette from the 50s and the 60s. It's all different now. Steady Mystic, hey, thank you for this donation. I appreciate that. Hey, Bruce, I bought a July 15 1250 SoFi at $390 ages ago. Is there anything I can do with this thing? July 15 1250 SoFi. You're now at 7 something a share, which is better, but not nowhere near your promised land. And so you're long the contract. You're 550, 540 out of the money. You certainly need moves in the market. We are noticing some upgrades and revisions by analysts on the stock, but they're talking $9 to $10 a share, not 15 or 20. So you're out of ways. You might want to look at either selling that one and going further out into a lower contract. If you sell this one and come closer in time, which is dangerous, you've got to get lower in price. You cannot be in a 1250 anymore. You can't even be in a 10. So I don't see this contract being the winner we would like it to be, because I just don't see the shares running $7, $8, $9 in the next month and a bit. It's a tall order. So you're going to need to make a move here. At the very least, go out to something like the end of the year and try to come into a lower contract. But you're going to have to put more money in. This is the problem. I mean, that's the thing with options. When you're long an option, someone who wrote this option is sitting back going, I can buy it back for way less than I wrote it for. And this is the thing about the option business, why we have so many viewers now who are option writers here. This is the reason why we do it, because this is the kind of a trade that can get you. If a stock underperforms, and of course has SoFi let us down? Yeah. But has the market let us down? Yeah. Did Mr. Putin let us down? I don't know if he let us down, but he kind of delivered what we thought what he was going to do. That crazy guy. So we're in a different world. Uncle Bruce, I'm sitting on Cisco $50 calls I wrote for this Friday. I was planning to buy back before earnings tomorrow hour after the close with the pre-market. Should I just jump out ASAP or let it cook today? What should I do on my Cisco? Well, let's take a look at Cisco shares in this pre-market. Where are we at right now? 49.46, up 46 cents a share right now. You've written 50s. So you're watching to see if they stay under, and the earnings are coming out tonight. Well, this is what, Thursday? Tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and the option you said die. You say that they're dying on Friday. Yeah, this Friday. They die this Friday. What to do and how to do it. You don't have to do anything at this point in time if you don't want to. If you're up on them, if you wrote them for a higher premium and they're trading down, you're noticing that as the shares go up, the options go up, but they're not going up to where they would have been 2 weeks ago because of time having shrunk them out. You have to decide for yourself whether you want to tolerate the idea of a rollover Thursday or Friday. If the shares go over 50 between now and tomorrow and the day after, you've got an in the money contract. You could, of course, right now if you wanted to. I mean, starting on the opening here in a few minutes, you could go with a rollover now for this morning, where you buy these back and roll into either $50 contracts for next Friday, or the Friday after that, or the Friday after that, or you write 51s or 52s, depending on what you can write, depending on your option chain, which you'll have to look up. So check out your option chain, see what calls are going for, and see what you can generate in. If you want to write a 50 for 3 weeks out, thinking that, well, the stock might pop to 51 too, but then it'll back off in a couple of weeks, I'll take that game. On the other hand, write a 51 or a 52 that's ahead of the stock, take some premium. If you break even on the contract, what you buy this one back for versus what you sell the new one for, if the new one is just as much or more, even better, but you've moved up a buck or two on your strike price, perfect. If you're going to have an appreciating asset, great, let's take it. On the other hand, if you're writing a 51 or a 52 and then the stock dumps off to 40, 48 and a half, 40, 47 and a half next week sometime, you're fine as well. You'll buy that contract back for pennies on the dollar and rewrite a new perhaps 50 for 2 or 3 weeks further out again. You have a number of strategies here at your disposal for sure. Nick, I'm number 111 on the thumbs up meter. Don't forget, they speak English, not American, and they are very different. Example, in Britain, fix means repair, unlike the US where it means prepare. There you go. Thank you. Michael, 31 gas stations, he says, and disappearing. Shiz, I have the date, but $10 and paid over $5 for them. Lots of us have them. I have the date, but 10 and paid and over. Yeah. So this is the key. SoFi has underperformed and grossly underperformed, going down to 482 last week, and now back to 7, which is nice. But boy, it owes us, doesn't it? And it just might be time to roll into contracts further down in time, and a little closer in on premium would be at least the least thing you can do. But keep in mind that the company now is talking about a split, a stock split, a reverse stock split, and that's going to change things up as well. And so I kind of wonder if it's time to cut and run on these contracts entirely, and just hold the shares for now, and really consider becoming an option writer, not an option long holder. That's really the way to possibly go with SoFi. So even if you have 100 shares or 200 or 300 or 500, if they do a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 split, reverse split, you will have more than 100 shares of SoFi after the split, which means you're going to be writing call options, which might be in the 20s or 30s, again, depending on the net effect of the reverse split. We have to wait this out. Lots to watch here, tons. Bill was fixed means both for me, and I'm from Texas, where we're about to do something we're fixing to do. Adventures with Duncan Fish and Chips served in newspapers, right? Shez, Canadian is closer to British English than American English. Michael, Kiwi, fix means repair in New York. Nick, which stock can move a buck, Uncle Bruce? What can move a dollar? Uncle Bruce. Wow. Yeah. I'll tell you, my friend, we got to see what kind of strength this market has today. Like I've said to you yesterday, if you're looking to short something, I would sit back for an hour or so, let this market open up with a bang, and let movement happen. Find out then who's overpriced, who overcooked too quickly here, and then pick your spots for a short sale, and let's see what gives. Because right now this pre-market is not letting up. We're 28 minutes away from opening up here, and we're up 378 on the Dow. We're up 57 on S&P. We're up 214 on the Nasdaq. We're going higher this morning. How high, and who's going to be the biggest winner this morning? Who's going to overproduce? And then we may have some opportunities. In your case, you may find some of your favorites that have recovered a little bit this morning. They run a little bit, and that's where you're going to pick your spots and go, okay, I know this stock, I know what this one can do, and you might make your move. Kiwi, do Americans not say I'll fix dinner? DQ, fix can mean repair or prepare in the US, depending on the context. Jason, we do. It can mean both. There's all kinds of talk here about fix. Fix dinner, says Jason, is used more than the South here, though. Kiwi, if you say fix dinner in the UK, they will look at you very oddly. Anyway, East Coast Canada and pay at the pump last night. The pump tapped out at a maximum of $200, and my tank wasn't full yet. The most I can buy per purchase is $200 at a time, and it didn't fill my tank. Yikes, says Michael. Mirko, Adika, and if you're a bad chef, someone always has to fix the dinner. That's right. You have to fix what you fixed. Oh, yes. I got to fix this fix. Oh, no. Oh, no. Thanks, Uncle B. You got it. I live in New York, man. Oh, no. America, land of fix-a-flat. Canadian Uncle Bruce, I'm looking to buy a long-dated call on a stock trading at $45. The ATM $45 call is $5.30. Is this a good buy? I am not recommending anyone buy long calls on anything, period. So I cannot give you any advice to go long on a call right now. We're in a partial bear market here. I don't know how severe. We're in a partial recovery right now. I don't know how long. We may back off again. I don't know how far. And I would not be recommending going long calls anywhere. There you have it. I'd be writing calls. That's what I'd be doing. Okay. Nazareth, 614 at the pump yesterday in California. This is getting ridiculous. If I give you a lift in Auckland, I may be giving you a ride somewhere or giving you a soft drink, a lift. See? Cody, I'm number 137 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Cody. Larry, will the snow crab leg market ever come back to the United States? $79. I'm not sure. I definitely cannot answer that question. Fair enough, says Kareem. Fair enough. I got you. Yeah, I am reiterating my call to you guys that if you're looking for a trade to make money on, it's going to be writing options. That's it. You're going to make money writing options, and you're looking for some strength, writing options ahead of the market, taking in premium 2 to 4 weeks out, and say, give me George Costanza shrinkage. That's what I want, and you're going to get it. And if you're out there looking for the win of wins, where a stock is down here and it's going to go up to here, you've got too many headwinds against you. The issue itself, the stock, whatever, fair enough, whatever the story is the story. But everything around that stock is against you. Inflation talk won't go away. Interest rate talk won't go away. Recession talk, not going away. High oil prices, not going away. Shortages of supply chain logistical problems, uncertainty of economic performance, all against you. So the markets have got all this headwind coming at them, just a constant headwind. Even though they're walking downhill, it's a headwind walking downhill, not gaining, trying to maintain right now. So in the money in them there hills is writing options, kids. This is the market right now. As I see it here, anyway. That's kind of where I'm at. Oh boy, Bama Babe, my plastic surgeon gives lifts too. Laugh out loud. How about that? Nick, is anyone writing 10s on SoFi on an up move? There's a question. Could be considered, but again, be careful. It is a 707 stock this morning. It's not like it's at 997 a share, but the premiums aren't going to be all that high, are they? And this is why we're waiting to hear from SoFi. What will the reverse split really be? When will it be? So we can understand what kind of options we're writing perhaps this fall, and we'll go from there. Anyway, now that could be going for a ride, says Kiwi. Nick, I need to write options on Twitter, on GameStop, SoFi. Which one to get into? That type of thing. Well, we'll keep an eye on this opening here and see what it gives us. We do note that we're at 93.62 on GameStop. We're up, but only $1.82 today, and 27,000 pre-market trading. Not a lot of heavy duty anything going on there, is there? It is rather quiet. I note that on the markets right now, Rocket Lab is up 16 cents in the pre-market to 557. They came out with earnings last night, and they delivered and upped their guidance for 2022. SoFi's up 18 to 709. GameStop 219 better at 93.99. We have 22 minutes to go before we open. AMC is up 35 cents to 1206. Matterport up 12 cents to 518. At 23andMe is up 13 cents right now at 291. We have Spire up 4 to 136. ATIP, SmartRent, and Sexter are not showing any pre-market trading this morning yet. Apple up 226 to 147. Goldman up 529 to 308.73. Cisco at 49.46 up 46 cents. Tesla is up $17 to 741. ARC Innovation, $1 higher, 108 higher at 42.10. That Bank of America article might be inspiring ARC investors to buy up that one. Microsoft up 361 to 265 now. Bed Bath Beyond is only at 949. 949 up 8 cents. Pfizer up 7 cents to 50.75. Hewlett Packard up 57 to 38.08. Carvana up $1.29 to 39.69. It's had a wild run lately. And Twitter up 54 cents to 36.86. So if you're going to write on Twitter, I would be careful not to write too close to the money, because there is conflicting talk coming out about Elon saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it," but no one's really believing him in a big way because we're now almost $18 under the price he indicated he'd pay. Kind of weird, isn't it? It is a weird market. So, Nick, what do you want to write on? You got Twitter, GameStop, SoFi. If GameStop goes up a few bucks this morning, gets into this 98, 102 neighborhood, then you might be able to look at 105s, maybe 110s, depending how far out you want to go. SoFi, I don't know if you'll get any premiums on SoFi worthy of doing anything. At this moment, we need more information on this reverse split. Twitter, as I just said, you tell me, this thing has backed off $14 a share in the last week and a half with a 54.20 cash offer apparently on the table. Kind of tell you what the market is thinking about Elon's talk. Sounds like talk. I don't know. Nazareth, what are we looking for on GameStop? The right calls on Google. I just talked about that. Tip, Nick, I'm looking into selling SoFi cover calls today if we have an update, but it depends on the premium I get. Therein lies the issue. Kiwi, I have 7,000 SoFi, an average of 847. I'm going to hold, and I think that's a very smart move. John, 145, thumbs up. Late, but I made it. Thank you, John, very much for the thumbs up this morning. Appreciate that. Great to have you joining us this morning. We have 147 right here for our show from London today. Thank you. 148 thumbs ups now coming through. Thank you all for spending some time with us. We have 19 minutes to go before we open for trading. We're going to see how this happens. The headline I see is the U.S. retail sales climb in April in the sign economy still has spunk. I've always hated spunk. So did Mary Richards' boss in the Mary Tyler Moore show. He hated spunk. Spunk. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the spunk. Anyway, receipts at retail stores rose 0.9% in April and rise faster than inflation. That's a good sign. But again, that is reflective of what we've talked about here. The demand is there for goods and services. My daughter wanted to redo her kitchen 6 months ago. She wanted to get a new stove, a new microwave, a new dishwasher, and a new fridge. Her dishwasher didn't work. Her microwave above her stove didn't work. They didn't work when she bought the place 4 years ago, by the way. These are old appliances. But the thought had always been, well, I'm going to replace everything anyway. I don't care if it doesn't work. I'm going to replace it. Well, this year, since she's working from home, she figured I'm going to do it now, and went to her local retailers, distributors of appliances, and they had the dishwasher. They had the stove. It took 2 weeks to get the microwave, and it took a month and a half to get the fridge. But she's got it now. This delayed delivery is the pattern. Has been, will continue to be in many, many industries out there. So the demand is there for goods and services. Can business deliver? There's the catch. And of course, when it comes to our friends at Home Depot and Walmart and Target and Costco, hey, we're saying to these guys, look, every 13 weeks, you got to tell us how you're doing because you're a publicly traded corporation. And so every 13 weeks, you have to file your quarterly financials and you have to release them to the public, to your shareholders. And your stock price will reflect how we feel about you and how we feel you're going to be doing now, doing later. And sometimes we are going to punish your stock, even though you have orders up to here for refrigerators and stoves and microwaves and everything. You got orders up to here and everything else. But you haven't got the merchandise, which means you haven't got the sale. You don't get the money until you deliver the goods. And so, yeah, demand is there, but the earnings aren't. And this is where this market is really debating amongst itself. Where do I put my money? And you multiply that by thousands of pension funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, and everything else by trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that are on the sidelines going, We want to be in the market. We're supposed to be in the market. Where do we put the money in the market? And that is the big question, the proverbial question right now. And I can tell you that every minute of every day, all around the world, there are meetings being held, whether they're live or virtual, between the top money managers and their advisors who advise them. And they're all debating, what stocks do we go after? What stocks do we avoid? And when would we move into the avoidance stocks? And when do we get out of the ones we should be in? Because they're overpriced and these are too low. Like, there's always a perfect time to get into any stock, more or less, unless a company's going straight out of business. Sometimes you get into a market, into a stock where the company's doing okay, but the shares are so ridiculously priced, they're trading at, the stock's trading at below book value. You get those scenarios, and then you have others where they're trading above book value, they're trading above trading expectations, they're trading way out of the PE multiple. Get the hell out. We can't justify holding the stock anymore. It's just so stupidly priced. We're going to get out. And they get out, and the stock keeps going higher, and they go, what? Matterport at 36 to 37, a little crazy. Yeah. 30 to 37, crazy. Yeah. Matterport under 10, crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how this market is. What can I say? All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, John from Duncan. Cindy, Polarity Inc. just did a reverse split, 1 to 25. Yikes, lame duck. Lou Grant, that's right. Spunk. I hate spunk. She says, that snow you got in Calgary a week ago, that system dropped temperatures in Toronto by 18 degrees yesterday, went from 30 on Sunday to 12 on Monday. Celsius, from the 80s to the 50s. Tiff, Cheryl, did you manage to roll your SoFi cover call yet? Cindy, I haven't rolled them yet, hoping for a little pullback to expire this Friday. There you go. We are 13 minutes away from opening this market. We have the Dow up 407 points. Rock and roll. S&P is up 62 and NASDAQ is 238. I think I want to rock. Do you guys want to rock? I want to rock. Let's rock. Let's get this market going. I'm happy to rock. That would be terrific. Yes, indeed, babies. I don't know if what happened to that. I don't know. Maybe we'll get the market going with this right here. We'll get some of these going. Get the market starting off on the right foot. We'll give a little more gas right now and just put some of these out there. A couple of the neat emojis and get this going. Since I'm in the UK, in honor of the fellows that originated from here, I figured we might as well throw some of these up there and get this market a little bit of momentum. The Monty Python crew. There we go. Here comes some of the others. Not your daddy's SoFi. Not your daddy's SoFi. I love that handle. The neat emoji parade begins, and the markets haven't got a chance to not go up higher. There's no question about it. 94.17 on GameStop, up 237. Let's go. Let's rock, says Oscar. Yeah. Have the Brits got you drinking tea, Bruce? No, they've got me drinking regular Diet Coke right now. It's brown, it's fuzzy, makes you burp, and it's got caffeine in it, which helps keep me awake during the crucial on-air hours.
I drink enough tea for both of us.
Jen drinks enough tea for both of us. She brought her own decaf over here, and she's drinking her decaf tea as she always does. Here come the knee emojis and the chart emojis and everything else. Look out. You can't stop this market. We're up 403 on the Dow now, 409. We got 11 minutes to go. We're going to open up for trading. Yeah, we had a burger and fries last night. Cheese and back bacon on a burger. Very good at the local pub just a block away. An easy walk for Jen and I, thankfully. Jen had no real trouble getting there and back. And then we popped into our local little Sainsbury store. That's what it was, a little Sainsbury. And we picked off some digestive cookies and picked off some. Jen got a bottle of wine, and I got these Cokes, and yeah, life's good. So we're, hanging out in the room a little bit here, nibbling away. Today we're going to head to a train station. We're going to kick into gear our Euro Rail passes, those global rail pass. They call it a global rail pass. It's 33 countries in Europe, global. We're going to get them up and running today. I've got them all primed up now, all on my phone, and we're going to go to the train station and we're going to start nailing down our trips that we have already pre-figured out going forward, and get that out of the way so that on Thursday morning we're good to go. We know what train we're catching, what time it is. We have our seats. We're okay. All right. And get ready to go to Edinburgh. So there you go. We'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted. What else is happening here? You mean biscuits, not cookies. That's what you mean, Bruce. You can't use the word
That's
cookies.
Right.
You must use the word. I wanted to get that packet. I can't reach it. Yeah.
Tea biscuits.
Tea biscuit. Oh, that's right. That's right. Rich tea rich tea biscuits. That's right. There you have it. Here we go. Oh, okay. Here we go. These are the ones I got. And these are Jennifer. Yes, that's
right. Those in Canada too.
Yeah, these are available also in Canada. McVitie's Digestives, dark chocolate are Jen's favorites. They're great. And then I picked off these here, the Rich Tea McVitie's, the classic one, it says. There you go. But do they even use the word biscuits or cookies at all? I don't even see. Oh, yeah. Each biscuit, 8.3 grams. Each biscuit. There you go. Yeah. Yep. They talk about energy, the calories, the fats, the saturates, the sugars, and the salt. There you go. See? Well, how about that? Anyway, they're delicious. Delicious, yes. They're working out just fine. 8 minutes to go, and we begin to trade. Bruce, Cadbury Flakes chocolates. Try it. Good. Cadbury Flakes. Jen has something here she loves. And also Kiwi says that these are to dip in your tea. These cookies, they're made to dip in your tea. You love that chocolate bar from.
I have a Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Cadbury is different chocolate here than it is in Canada.
Right. You love the fruit and nut.
I do eat the fruit and nut, but I don't like almonds. So I just suck the chocolate off them and don't eat it.
It's a sport for Jen, really. It's more of a game. Chips are fries and fries are chips, laughing out loud.
Here I have, get that. This is, it's chocolate with like little chunks of caramel in it. This is what
Jen's eating right here. Cadbury Dairy Milk is what it is, and it's
got little chunks of caramel.
Little chunk of caramel in here, or caramel, as we.
No, it's caramel.
Caramel.
And the girl's name is Carmel.
And the girl's name is Carmel. Okay. It's 100% sustainably sourced coca. How about that? Everyone's got to be happy with that. There it is. Cadbury. It's different here than in Canada. It's definitely different. It's delicious. It's wonderful. Jen is happy.
Yes.
And if Jen is happy, I stay alive. And that makes me happy. Sprinkle on your ice cream, says Duncan. Gaudi, morning all. Hard to translate it so Uncle Bruce could understand. Good morning all. PB, fries, chips and crisps. No golden ticket. Cadbury chocolate is the best over-the-counter chocolate, and the flakes looks like a log. He says. We are now 6 minutes from opening. We are up 411 on the Dow Jones, and we're up 63 on S&P. We're up 236 on NASDAQ. So. see what's going on. Headline came out, I think this was a while ago. It says the China Vice Premier Liu vows support for tech firms, overseas listings, stocks rise. Yeah, I've heard that before. We've heard that a few times before, and then we find the secret police escorting Jack Ma to his house, and he can't leave his house, and then no one ever hears from him for years. Can't even make a phone call out of his house. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we trust you guys. Yeah, you guys are great. You're our buds. Yeah, you're fantastic. You and Erdogan in Turkey get a journalist that makes a comment about Erdogan's stupid tactics when it comes to the banking sector, and well, next thing you know, they're on a 10-year prison. They're in prison for 10 years for anti-state comments.
No sense of humor.
No sense of humor. Great guy. Just he and the Chinese, they're great guys. Welcome to British Cuisine with Uncle Bruce here. BW, I wonder if the discussion of the RS was a bit of a head fake from Noto, because all of a sudden mentioning a SoFi split, number of positive articles and price adjust occur. Will it still be needed? We'll see here. Kiwi Cadbury chocolate in New Zealand is horrible stuff made with palm oil. Our good stuff is by a company called Whitaker's. And BW, Jen has to try Monster Munch pickled onion flavored crispa. Here we go.
Okay.
Let me check that and I'll get my angle. There we go. Got the angle right there. Crisps. Yes. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I had bought into Nick says, I had bought into July 15, 22, 12 and a half calls when there was some favorite situation a few months ago on SoFi 377, but when everyone was buying, it's still a good idea to keep buying more. Had bought into July 15, 12 and a halves. I wouldn't be buying July 12 and a halves right now. I wouldn't be buying additional. I'd really be looking at way into the fall, but I just wouldn't be buying calls right now. Way out of the money on SoFi. I just wouldn't. The stock has recovered somewhat, but nowhere near enough. We are way behind where we should be. There's a reverse split coming. I just would not be long contracts right now. I would be getting ready to write contracts on SoFi once we get the lay of the land on the splits. That's the way I'd be going. I would avoid all ideas and thoughts of going long. That's my thought on. Ryan Cohen, too, you liked the Spice Girls yesterday. Spice Girls were made of 5 people and they all split. How about that? Yeah, those are garbage. Yeah, we need some coffee, Jen.
All right.
We have our room person here, and we're just trying to get new towels, new, whatever. Because since we're in the room the whole time, we're not going to be out of here. Little logistics that we have to deal with. 2 minutes to go before we open for trading. Just double checking, make sure Jen can get back in the room because it did close on her. Did you hand them the cups and stuff? And did you get new towels?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then I locked myself in.
I noticed that. I was wondering, are you done for or what happened? Oh my gosh.
And I might have said a bad word.
Jen, a bad word? No. Can't be. Impossible.
We're in London and my bad words are pretty mild.
We were at this pub last night. I'll tell you this little quick story. We're at this pub last night. We had our bite to eat. There was nobody in the pub except for 4 guys. There were 4 guys hanging around the bar where the bartender was. And then there was the rest of this 1,500, 2,000 square foot pub. And there was nobody in there. And so we grabbed a table and we had our burger and fries. And these 4 guys are yipping and yapping and whatever else. And then slowly they faded away until the last guy, who was the loudest talker, finally left. And out the door he goes. And the 3 staff members who are working there, the chef, the dishwasher, and the bartender, they're looking at each other as he's walking away. And I could see out of the corner of my eye, they didn't notice I was noticing them. And the one guy was going, that guy just won't shut up. Thank God he's gone. The guy just won't shut up. Because when you're staff, you're stuck. There's nothing you can do.
They were very loud.
They were very loud. Robert Benson, 186 thumbs up. So we're getting ready to open here. I don't think Larry can help us today. I don't think Larry is going to hit the bells for us today. We're on our own here. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Larry is on his way to Portland. If he hadn't mentioned that last night, didn't he? Anyway. Who knows? BW, our RC thought he was going to be something amazing, but he's just a cryptic tweeter, man-child. I have no idea what's being talked about here. In any event, welcome to the opening. I think we're just about to get things started here, and I think we're up and going. I believe we have a gain already showing on the Dow of 443 points, which was expected. It was 400 something, so it's 443 right now. Let this market kind of get going. Were you in the pub with a piece of string, or was it afraid not? We have linguists all over the place today, don't we? My goodness. I'm afraid not. Oh. Smart Rent is up 4 cents so far. The Dow's up 444. Matterport is up 16. Hey, Jen.
Mushroom walks into the bar. The bartender says, "Get out. We don't serve your kind here." And he says, "Why not? I'm a fun guy."
I'm a fun guy. Oh, you've
Horse
started.
Walks into the bar.
Oh, no.
The bartender says, "Why the long face?"
Hey, horse, why the long face?
Cow walks into the bar. The bartender says, "What are you doing in here?" He says, "Hey, bartender."
No.
They don't get better.
No. Oh. See what you started, Kiwi? See what you did? You see what you did? Fun Gus, the fun guy. Beware the cunning linguists. Yes. Oh no. The Sims series is adding the Spice Girls to the game. Apparently, I couldn't care less about this. Coyote, a priest, a rabbi, and an atheist walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What the hell is this?" Oh no. Back to the markets. We're up 16 cents on Smart Rent to 495. Make it 20 cents now. Dow's up 362. Matterport up 15 to 521. GameStop 93.20 up 140. AMC up 32 cents. SoFi up 33 cents to 724. ATIP unchanged. Rocket Lab up 22 to 563. Sixterra up 20 cents to 1296. ME up 14 to 292. Spire 134 up 2 cents. Pfizer up 29 to 50.96. Hewlett Packard up $1.03 to 38.54. Texas Instruments is up 3.44. Twitter 37.25 down 14 cents. Carvana up 174 to 40.14. Robinhood up 30 cents to 10.40. Vanik up 8.40 to 236.94. Robinhood up $11 to 307. IBM 136 up $1. Microsoft up 5.45 to 266.95. Apple up 3.59 to 149.14. Goldman up $6.95 a share to $310. Cisco up 63 cents to 49.64. Facebook up 373 to 203.77. Amazon up $51. Tesla up 27. We got Google up 44. Bed Bath Beyond up 33 cents. BlackBerry up 28. Royal Caribbean up 252 to 63.91. Target down 7.64. Target down. Paying attention to Walmart, I think. Target is off. JP Morgan up 280. Costco down $10. It's watching Walmart. Walmart down 11.80 to 136. There you have it. The Walmart factor is hitting the big retail boys. Nvidia up 9.60. Disney up 250 to 107. American Airlines up 81 cents to 17.36. Netflix up $4 to 190. Moderna up 65 cents. Not a lot going on there. There you go. Right now, the Smart Rent is at $5 a share. Up a quarter. Dow was up 371. S&P up 63, and Nasdaq up looks like 241 right now. 94.70 on GameStop, up 290. Can it do any kind of a pop here? That is the question. We don't know. Matterport up 20 now to 526. GameStop, like I say, 290 gain. AMC up 59 to 1230. SoFi 720 up 29 cents. SoFi volume right now 3.9 million at the moment. The high of the morning 733 already. Right now at 720 as we kind of figure out the opening and where we're going and what we're doing. That is what I've got. Beach Boy, the Gen IE, the Genie is out of the bottle. Gen IE is out of the bottle. Beach Boy, hi Jen. Stephen, I'm number 192. Am I going to be shorting Home Depot? Is that a good idea? You want to let that thing run a whole long way. Be careful of that because it can go up 5 on you in no time. I don't know. You might keep an eye on just some of these stocks that are in trouble. Like Texas Instruments is 171. Gets to 175, you might want to short it and buy it at 171 again. You can make money in Texas Instruments, but up here, not down there.
Well, companies like Home Depot I would think that they're cyclical, that more people do renovations in the summer when it's easier and they're home and the kids are home and on holiday and things.
Home Depot right now is on
cyclical things.
They're on fire because of the home office thing.
Oh yeah.
That's going to last years, right?
Yeah. It's the same in Canada with Lowe's and Rona's that
Home
they're
Depot.
doing numbers they've never seen.
Right. My jokes are too dirty for this channel, says Jason Laws. Beach Boy. Life is the same without Larry out there. Touchgrass. Everyone's refinancing their homes. I wouldn't short HD Touchgrass. You are right.
Right.
Walmart ER miss and earn lower guidance down 8%. Exactly. We are Home Depot. Walmart is taking a hit today because of the inflation problem. They're running into higher prices for them, higher prices to their customers who are price sensitive to start with.
Well, and they have to have supplier issues.
Oh, they got huge supplier issues. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they really do. Even in, I remember all winter long in Palm Desert, California, the land of the perpetual bubble lifestyle. Jen and I would go to our local super Walmart near our favorite Costco of all time. And it was always a crapshoot whether I could find the yogurt I wanted, whether we could find cola. We couldn't even find Coca-Cola products in quantities that we wanted. I mean, the basics, man. Coca-Cola, Walmart. I mean, that is a symbiotic relationship. Pepsi and Pepsi products.
The day we walked in and found it in cans.
Well, it wasn't Walmart, but yeah. We were finding logistical problems in Albertsons and other stores. Certain products just weren't available, like grape jelly from my favorite supplier, which is my grape jelly is Welch's. I can remember. I cannot remember Welch's. But couldn't find it. And then we found it in Walmart for $2.50 a jar. It's like, how many you want? We got $1,000. Canada, haven't had Welch's now in 2 years. No Welch's. But we're in the UK and I haven't seen any here either. But I haven't been actively seeking it. So just chillax. It's okay. Just relax. BW, wait, Target is down. How come SoFi isn't down along with it? They peg its S&P to every other bad news story out there. What's going on here? Nick, I shorted Home Depot at 308.85. I shorted 200 shares of Home Depot at 308.85. He is running the gun. It's at 306.73. The man is up $2 a share right now on 200 shares. So he's playing this one. There you go. Very good. All right. Well, GameStop 95.75 up 395. It's going the right direction for you option writers. If the GameStop wants to just keep coming on a little more, you'll be able to write some calls a little higher up, a few weeks out. Might be okay. Olivia, good morning. Good morning, Olivia. Nice to have you here. We're at 492 now. We're at 492 on Smart Rent, up 17. We're up 294 on the Dow. Matterport is up 18 cents to 524. AMC up 70, 1241. SoFi is up 37 cents to 728. SoFi's high of the day, 733. We are just short of the high of the day right now on SoFi. 6.2 million traded. SoFi rising again, another 5%. It's rising again. ATIP up 3. Rocket Lab up 26 cents to 567. Xterra up 20 cents. ME up 14. Spire up 4. Pfizer down 27. Hewlett Packard up $1.10 to 38.60. And we're watching Home Depot 306.08, a little lower. That's good news for Nick. IBM up 141. Microsoft up 480. Apple up 334. Goldman up 9.90 a share. Cisco up 89 cents. Facebook up $4. Amazon up 62. Tesla up 32. And Google up 38. So there it is. It's a positive start to the morning. The question is, how sustained is it? How wide will it be? I'm showing S&P up 56 and the NASDAQ up 261 points. That is a 2.2% gain for the NASDAQ, 1.4 for S&P, 0.9 of a percentage point for the Dow. So the Dow is the worst performer, less than half of NASDAQ. So really, the Dow should be up 600-700 to match NASDAQ, but it's not. Not yet. Wing Commander, I am thumbs up number 204. I mean, that's what we're talking about. There you go. Nazareth Nick, didn't you short something yesterday? He did. He shorted, I can't remember that stuff with the R. He made money on it.
Stuff with the R?
I can't remember the name of it.
Robocop?
Yeah. Can't do it. What can I say? Roblox, laughing out loud. Roblox. Olivia's loving it. RBLX, wasn't it? There it is. Roblox. Yeah, he shorted that yesterday. See, I was right. Look at the GameStop. Come on, push that to $100 level. Cindy B, you need to have kids around to know Roblox. Nazareth, yep. Coyote, yeah, he made like 16 grand on that one. Roblox, that's how we pronounce it. Roblox. See, 95.10 on GameStop, up 330. Let's go. FL, how can retail stores miss earnings? It has me worried for the overall the economy. Well, retail stores have expenses that come straight at them when prices go up. Landlords immediately bump costs within. Electricity prices are instantaneously coming right to the retailer. Any other utility costs coming at you. Insurance, retail store insurance, property insurance, instant add-ons by the insurance companies. Employees. You can't get them for $8 an hour, you pay 10. Can't get them for 10, you got to pay 12. Can't get them for 12, got to pay 14, 16, 18, whatever an hour to get them. You got to be open. If you're in a shopping mall, you must be open. Well, you're open 10 hours a day, $18 an hour, 2 employees, $36 an hour, $360 a day. Your margins are 50% in your store. You have to sell $720 a day to pay for the staff. The first $720 coming in the cash register pays the staff. You haven't paid rent yet. You haven't paid any overheads, no banking fees, nothing. All of a sudden the store's got to do $2,000, $3,000 a day in sales to break even. That's called going out of business real quick for a lot of mom and pops. They cannot do that kind of business. They just don't have that kind of traffic coming into their store. Can't raise your prices by 50% and make it up that way. They won't buy it from you. They'll go somewhere else. You're so trapped as a retailer. It's tough. It is tough. Bilbus, I also hate that Roblox name. I hate that thing. Robocop, I'll buy that for $1, says BW. SoFi, 730. Yeah, 732, new high. You think GameStop will go to 80 again? I don't know. Anything is possible. My strategy on shorting is that if it goes up 3 to 5 days, it's got to give up something here. We'll see what happens, says Nick. Nick, always thinking of profits, shorting. Let's go, says Austin. Olivia, the restaurant I work in hasn't been profitable for a year, pretty much. Commercial rent rising, our food costs rising, alcohol costs rising, people demanding raises. There it is. It's not a good situation, and it's a pretty common story now, isn't it? Yeah.
The only ones making anything. The owners aren't making anything.
No, owners aren't making anything.
And the
And
employees aren't making.
all around here, like I've noticed a block or two around this hotel, there are stores that are closed and for rent, and they used to be mom and pop type businesses. They're shut down, and who knows how long. They might have been shut down 2 years ago already, and no one is renting new space. I mean, you don't see grand opening signs around here. It's an accomplishment to stay open, actually. Nick, also, you want to look at the volume on trades. If it's thinly traded, stay away from shorting. That's right, Nick. You know it. Nazareth. Olivia, yeah, all of my open head count for the rest of the year just got canceled. Businesses are pulling back on fear. Wavy Gravy, GameStop was getting slapped back down around 95.50 to 96. Yeah, 94.01 right now. Nick, also, I look for stocks which are hyped up. And Olivia, this bums me out the way these businesses are going. Well, this is global. This is not a North America problem. This is not, in your hometown only. This is here in London, a city of what are we surrounded by here? 10 million people. Yeah. Tourists crawling all over the place. I mean, this town desperately needs tourists and business people to be in the downtown London area. Well, I'll tell you, the cabbies, they're just grateful to be driving. They went from 20,000 driving to 3,500. And now they're building back again. It's been devastating for a lot of businesses around here. Pretty tough. Yeah, okay. 324 is the gain on the Dow. 334 right now on the Dow. SoFi 721, backed up a little bit. So we have a little profit taking coming through here, a little pullback. And you're looking to right into strength. Nick went after Home Depot for a quick trade. He's now down to 304. He's up $4 on his stock, a couple hundred shares, and there you go. Little pullback is what it is. Gainers this morning on the Dow: Boeing, J.P. Morgan, and Chase. Those shares are higher. Olivia, holy cow! Yeah. Around here, Britain got nailed big time. I mean, London got hit hard. People here were shut in. Yeah, not great. But this morning, as I say, I was showing you some video here of people walking about, heading to the office. Folks on bikes and buses, and they're on the tube, and they're walking. And yep. You can tell when you stand around here. You can tell which of the people live nearby and which don't by looking at their shoes. You'll see some of the younger gals wearing very stylish high heels going to the office. They obviously are only a block or so away. But then you'll see very attractive young ladies wearing sneakers, and they're going quite a distance, probably from the subway, the tube, bus to a tube, to a bus, to walking to get here. They're not going to do that in their heels. Quite interesting. And then the gentlemen, there are many of them who have backpacks, who are headed to a club to work out, or have come from a club. They've already worked out, showered, shaved, put on their suits, and they've got a backpack with them, working their way into the office. Then there's the guys riding in with backpacks, with their office shoes and their backpacks, and their office clothing, and they're, sweating all the way into the office, going to shower nearby in a club for a little workout, a little shower and a shave, and then get dressed and go to work. Whatever works, man. However figures out. It's remarkable. It's remarkable here in this business area how few cars there are. Private vehicles, very few. They are using mass transit or coming in other ways to get to work. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I have a profit about $1,000. Take it or wait. I'd take that money. I would take that money right now. Now it's $13.50. Yeah, I'd grab it. I'd grab that deal and say thank you, sir. Appreciate it, and then stand by for another run. If it has another run coming to it, hit it again. Why not? Up to you, my friend. You're watching your minute to second quotes, so you've got that system. I don't. So nice going. I'm glad to see you making some money and keep making money. There you go. We're up 236 on the. Sorry. Pardon me. We are now up 289 on the Dow Jones at the moment. We're up 5 on Smart Rent, 16 on Matterport, 270 gain on GameStop at 94.50. The low of the day on GameStop now is 92.61. The high of 95.88. So we really only traded in this $3.20 something cent range so far on GameStop. Very, very quiet there. Oil up 79 cents to $115 a barrel at the moment. That's where we're at right now. AMC is holding a 59-cent gain. SoFi is up 28 to 718. ATIP is 173. Rocket Lab 570. Rocket Lab up 29 cents. Sixtera 12.92 up 16. 23andMe up 17 to 295. Spire 136 up 4 cents. And that's where we're at right now. Home Depot 301.83. So Nick, you're up almost $7 a share on this trade. Pretty good move right there. Pretty good move. Wavy gravy. I'll nudge you. Take it. There you go. Excuse me, all. I'm trying to keep the vocal cords clear. You're not easily done. Working along. Can't wait to take profit, says Duncan. Nick, I locked in the profit on 200 Home Depot. $1,540.75, more than what a lawyer can make in less than 30 minutes. Now you're talking. There you go. And now Nick can do this. Watch the markets. Keep an eye on fluctuating stocks. And either Home Depot or something else, he sees a little surge come into the market, he might take another position and hit it again. To quote Hans Gruber, hit it again. There you go. United Airlines is getting FAA approval to fly 52 Boeing 777s. Apparently their engine issues are resolved. I think these are Pratt and Whitney engines on 777s. It has been cleared. That is good news for all 777 owners with Pratt and Whitney motors. I'm sure Boeing and these airlines have been working feverishly to get these back up and running again. Very important for United to get their planes up in the sky. Absolutely. Nick, welcome to the party, pal, says Nazareth. There you go. And ho. Manuel says ho. Yes, Nick, I shorted the Home Depot at 308 and I bought it back at 301. Ho. There you go. That's right. I just made $7 a share and more. Fantastic. GameStop back to 95.48, trying to go higher. It's up 330. It's better. It's not high enough yet to really go, ooh, we got a $10 gain here. Maybe we should write some calls. Yeah, the Dow is higher by 287. It's reluctant to go lower. The low is kind of where we are. 32,427 is the low. We're at 32,489. 60 points from the low of the day. The high was 32,673, almost 200 points higher. We had a 460 point opening, 460 on the upside. Right at the moment, we're near the low of the day here, and I think we're testing to see if this is it. Are we just gonna, it is as bad as it's going to be, and it's going to bounce from here again? Because we could be up 500-600 points today, easily. But is this a 1 hour dead cat bounce opening? Are we first 15 minutes great, next hour, and then a slow, steady rise for the next 6 hours as this money from the sideline keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming? There are trillions of dollars on the sidelines that need to be put back to work in the equity market. That's where it's going to go. The question is how fast, how soon, and where. And this is why that's what we're watching. That's what we do. And Nick, I bought 100 HD at 302.93. He went long. 100 at 3. He's now at 301.96. So he's now trying to play the long side of this trade, looking for a rebound the other way. Well, there you go. The HD, the low of $300.12, the high of $310.94. And the secret to making money is in between there. Make your trade. You don't have to get the high price of the day. You don't have to get the low price of the day. You just need to make a profit somewhere in the middle of that. Anyway, 302.31 right now is where HD is. And Nick is at 302.93. Mark that. Write that down. Keep an eye. And we'll play this game. Wow, Spire, 136.1 a share, says John. Yeah. Ridiculously cheap, kind of a giveaway price, wouldn't you think? 137 right now, I see it. Yeah, Spire 137 up a nickel. Way too low, way too low, isn't it? Frustrating, very frustrating. Trying to watch this. Yeah, the low 134 today. 137 high, 134 low. Very slight little range. Up a nickel on 124,000 volume. That's all. All right. Smart Rent up now only 1 penny. The Dow up 283. Matterport up 16. GameStop at 94.75. SoFi up 26 cents. ATIP 172. There you go. Oh, my goodness. Okay. A lot of spaces to the right of that decimal point. Nick, all shorters will be covering at the end of the day. Coyote, they're going for PI. Right. Coyote, every now and then I buy 100 Spire down at 2 average now. Wow. That would be welcomed over here. John, 184 over here is my average. What can I say? Dow's at 288 right now. Spire 137, yeah. ME 293, Rocket Lab 566 up a quarter, ATIP 172 up 5, SoFi 714 23 cents. SoFi volume now 10,900,000. Good start to the day. Very good. GameStop 94.35 last trade. Volume 441,000 shares. Smart Rent down 2 cents to 473. The Dow is up 298 points, almost 300 points on the Dow right now. There you go. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Any thoughts about writing GameStop June 17 110s for $10.15? That would be, I think, the third Friday in June, which would make them very liquid. I'm not sure of the liquidity of those contracts, but it would be the third Friday in June. So that would be one to consider. We're May 17th, so they're a month away. There's a $10 premium on a 110 contract. $15.70 out of the money. In effect, if you were exercised on that contract, you'd be taken out at 120 a share. So considering the stock's at 94, there you go. It's worth a look, Beach Boy. Definitely worth a look. Obviously, it's a 4-week scenario. Now, in the next, the question now is this: if the shares in the next week go to 85 anytime, for whatever reason, where will these go? Where will these contracts go? If the stock were to lose, let's say, $8 or $9 a share, almost 10, would there be enough of a drop of these contracts from the 10 range to give you a quick trade? Or do you play it out and go, don't care, I'm going to take the $10, and this is $250 a week per share because it's 4 weeks. I'm happy to take $250 a week in depreciation from this thing. If this contract is around $5 to $6 in 2 weeks from now, I've made $5 net profit per contract. That's 500 a contract, 250 a week. That's good money. That's 50 cents a trading day. So from that angle, I don't mind the trade. The stock at 256 higher at the moment, only 256 higher. I would really wish it had a $6-7 run right now. It would be up to 198, like maybe 98, 99, 100. Those 110s might be 12 or 12.50, but again, I'm not sure if this is the actual market price of this call or you're looking at a stink offer. I hope you're looking at a stink offer. Anyway, that's just a thought here. Let's see what else is going on. There we are. And let me double check something. I'm going to grab the option chain if I can, if this iPad of mine wants to cooperate with me. We're going to go with the June, what did we say? June 17th. Okay. Stand by, everybody. Here we go. June 17th, 110. That's right. Well, that's not that's not a stink offer. That is last trade range. Excuse me. The market is 9 to 1065 about 15 minutes ago. The stock's 94.18 right now. If the stock were to drop $5, today, those calls would drop from about 10 to 850. 10.50. If you do drop about $2, if the stock dropped a total of $10, they would drop another $1.50 or something like that. Not dramatically, but they will suffer depreciation as time goes by. Looking at those 110s, there's 1,055 in the existence. Open interest, a good number of them. So I would do this, Speech Boy. I would offer those at like 10.85. I'd go a little higher. If there's any kind of a run on the stock, you want to give it a chance. Again, being the seller, there's no need to be in a hurry to sell these. You want to be a patient seller and get paid handsomely. I'd even look at 11.45 for those calls, in case the stock wants to pop $2 from here to go to 95, 96 bucks, $97. You might get 11.45. The minute you get out, you want to be going, yeah, this is a great trade. This extra $1.50 I just scored here, it's all mine. Thank you very much. And then you can turn around and put in a buy order, a stink buy order, at 505. See if you get them down there. Whenever, whatever. You might try that, like 11.45, 11.85, something higher up. Look for demand the stock take a run. This $2 gain isn't enough. This is not enough. And it's possible with the Dow now up 361, these shares will run again. They will do another surge and they might run now $5-6, getting you out in the mid 11s to closer to 12. Then I'd write. That's where I'd go. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. So there you have it. Leave it to you. Let me know how you do. And give it a shot. John, the Coyote says, John, nice. I'm pretty sure the next 100 lot will bring me below 2 or will be close to 1 something. BW, I know that their management teams and C-suite are doing what they can, but ATIP and Spire management have to be absolutely embarrassed by the stock price and frustrated. They would be upset. Lord help me if there's still this low next payroll. Coyote, BW, 100% they are frustrated. Earnings are the 7th for GameStop, 7th of June. Uncle Bruce, is writing a $10 call on SoFi to collect 80 cents for January 2023 a dumb idea? I would not do it right now. I would not do that right now. You want to wait now for the company to announce the result of their vote on a reverse split. Find out what it is, because you might be writing you might be writing a January 2023 contract later this summer at a $30 strike price, $35, and you might be bringing in mega dollars for that. So just, yeah, let this happen. That's my take on it. Okay. How is Spire so low? Do you think it's worth the investment? I think you should pick up Spire. I really do. I think you should grab some of this stuff. You should grab some ATIP, the super cheap paper. Better days are ahead. I think they're growing. Let's see. Bring that average down big time.
Yeah.
Bring it down. Austin, I got 15,000 shares doing nothing, not for long. You're about to get active. Just give the company the time to do what they need to do. You're going to start writing options shortly on your stock. And if you do a 5-for-1 rollback, you have 3,000 shares, you're writing 30 contracts. And if each one is bringing you $4, you're bringing in 12 G's. You're going to start bringing in money on your stock. Just sit tight, my friend. There's changes coming. We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. We're up 352 on the Dow. Little improvement. GameStop 93.98, going for 94 again. Let's go. Let's go. 715 on SoFi. Let's go. Come on. Just go higher. That's all I ask. I'm not very demanding, am I? Just go higher. Is that so wrong? We're up 57 on S&P, 228 on NASDAQ. So NASDAQ at 1.94%. The Dow up 1.09. It's about double. NASDAQ is double the Dow. The Dow has to be up 650 points to match NASDAQ. Okay. Home Depot, how's it doing? 301.65. Nick, you're not making money on that one yet, but you might. We're up 581 on the day, the low of $300.12, and they just came in with kick-ass numbers. Might have another rally as the day goes on, and it looks to me like it's building a base right now that it wants to have a rally, but we'll see. Anyway, the market is higher with retail data out. And that's the deal. IBM is up $2, Microsoft up 380, Apple up 210, Goldman up $9 to 312 now. So nice to see that. We need many days like that on Goldman, I say. The Dow up 313 right now. Share. Okay. There you go. Let's go. Yeah, Coyote says, look, you want to write calls on SoFi, you can write for next month for 60 cents. There's no need to go into 2023. Coyote, closer strike, but we are writers. That's not scary, really. 8s, 8.5s, 9s. You can write SoFi calls at those levels. You can. There's no question about it. If you can write for 60 and buy for 20, it's 2/3 of your money. 40 cents a share. Thank you very much. If it's premium, if you're writing an out of the money call and you can bring us some money, fair enough. Jay, word of the day, word of the week, word of the month, word of the year. Bargoon is the word, Jay says. JC. Right on, buddy. You know it. It is a bargoon. Yes, indeed. Look, if you have SoFi shares, you have 300, 500, 800, 1,500, 1,000. And you can write 60-cent contracts times 10. That's $600. They're out of the money. Writing 8s or 8.5s or 9s, you can get, I don't know, whatever they're doing. Bringing in cap, fair enough. It's your call to make if you want to do that. Stocks at 704, trade 11 million shares today. I don't see it doubling today in price. That I don't see. The earnings are already out, so we got that. But it's a question of how far out do you want to write what versus what you're going to get. You're not getting nothing for this Friday. You want to write 8s for next Friday, you're getting 14 to 15 cents. Not going to get rich on those. You want to write June contracts. June the 3rd, $8 contracts are 22 to 25. June the 10th expiries are 30 to 35 for the 8s. The June 17s, third Friday of June, $8. I don't see 8s, but I see 7.5s at 56 to 59 cents. June 24 8s, I see 45 to 50 cents. And you want to go July contracts, The 8s are 50 to 57. So like I said, there are no big giant payoffs for these contracts available at the moment. This is the problem with low price stock. With contracts down here, we're dealing in pennies. Whereas if we have a reverse, 5-for-1 reverse, we'll have a $35 stock ish. You might be writing $40 calls or $37.50s, several dollars out of the money. Got to just see where the shares settle in at once the split's done, and then go from there with writing. The Savior says this article keeps popping up on the TD Ameritrade News. Here's how Biden could move to cancel student loans. Seen it 4 times already in the last week. Odd, I think. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but you're right. Beach. Okay, Uncle Bruce, I changed the limit to 1145. There it is. I put the contracts out there. He's saying, "Come and get me. Come and get me. Come up here." Right on. SoFi investors taking some profit right now. BW, a bunch of 13Fs have started showing up in the FinTel. SoFi had massive increases of institutional ownership, but they've put volume from the puts is insane. $480 million worth of puts, so we're held down. Coyote saying that June 17 calls on SoFi, the 7.5s, are going for 59 cents. All right, that's just what I was looking at here. Yeah. There's those two. A little out of the money, not a lot, but a little out of the money. It stocks at $6.99 right now. But yeah, there you go. Michael, you don't need huge premiums when you're writing 150 contracts, Austin. You can easily pull in a couple grand. And there's the thing for Austin. With 15,000 shares, does he write 150 contracts for 20 cents each, $20? That's $3,000. Does he, there you go, 100. So there's thoughts. Does he write 50 for this Friday, 50 for next Friday, and 50 for the Friday after that for 750s, 750s, and 750s? Does he play that game? Thoughts, concerns, whatever. One thing to remember is that while SoFi was and is still low, it climbed 33% less since last week. Bound for some pullback, I think, anyway. So there's that. Cindy B, you're right, Michael. I've been selling over 10 contracts at a time in the money calls. Aaron, thanks, John. Seems like it's a long stock. So, there you go. If you're writing 750 SoFis and you're bringing in 30 cents or 40 cents or 50 cents, and you can write 150 of them at 50 cents a piece, $7,500. But you got to buy back 150 if you want to cash in, or you need to on a rollover. There's always that. And there's always rollovers. There's always that possibility as well. Matterport is 506 down a penny. Smart Rent up 3 to 478. The Dow is up 270 right now. GameStop 92.56. A little pause in the action on GameStop yet again. All righty. See where this market wants to go. I don't know. Okay. Beauty. You can write very safe out of the money covered calls on SoFi and make it up with quantity. Michael, Cindy B, yeah, I wrote 103 SoFis at a time, but I haven't lately. I need to get back on it, says Michael. And GameStop 92.85, up $1.05 right now. 92.85. The low of 92.15. The high today 95.98. A very tight range on GameStop. We have not had a breakout. The Dow's been positive all morning. It's had a little run here, but we have not had a 600-700 point breakout move yet on the Dow. Will we get one is the question. There you go. SoFi 706. SoFi wants to go to 720, 740, 750. You might write $8 contracts today. You go to 760, you write 8s, and it backs off to 720. You might buy them back. You might play that game. If you can score 20 cents profit on a SoFi contract, that's $20 a contract. If you have 10,000 shares, that's 100 times you're scoring a $20 profit. That's $2,000 on a 20-cent down move on a contract. Is there something wrong with $2,000 today? No. Is it guaranteed? No. Just sort of got to keep things in perspective. I'm just afraid of one of the big pops here, says Michael. I hear you. We saw a dollar move the other day. We did. Nick, I bought another 100 Home Depot. Average now is $300.60. My average is now 300. We're at 298.33. So you got another 100 to get his average down to 300. I will buy more if it gives the afternoon run to the dump here. So right now 298.94. It's up 295 Home Depot. And he's got 200 shares long now. He's already made a profit on the short. Now he's long 200 at $300.60. We're at $299.25. So he's just down a little bit here, about $1.40. Can he get a pop through 300, 302, 304, 306? Score a $6 gain, $1,200. Could be done. We'll see. Mitsu maintains a buy on SoFi, lowers price to target to 9. John, IMO too good to pass up on this price. What does IMO stand for?
In my opinion.
In my opinion. Right on.
That's why he keeps me.
That's why she's here. It's one of the things she does so well. 298.62 on Home Depot. See? Never leaving. Okay, there we go.
So if you don't get a bagel in the morning, how do people know when to have breakfast?
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
Or
I think I need one of my yogurts.
is that
I bought some cups of yogurt here. Back home in Calgary, I'm up at 4 a.m. I have a little yogurt at around 4:30 just to get something in there until 7 or 8 or
Lord knows you can't feed yourself.
I'm on the air. I'm on the air. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we did buy some here. So if Jen can find it in her soul, in her kind soul. Oh, I'll take a black cherry, the cherry one. I'll have a yogurt for now and just kind of, get by.
There you are.
Oh, thank you, Miss Jen.
There you are.
See, here it is right here. It's the Activa gut health, they call it. They use the word gut health here in UK. It's cherry.
And we thought it was gut.
We thought it was gut. Well, in German it's gut.
It's good for you.
It's good for you. Yeah. The yogurts are different everywhere. This brand is available in Canada, but it isn't. You see the color red here? It isn't red. When you open the lid, it's white. You have to mix it in somewhat. Anyway.
And it's liquidy. Ours is thicker.
Yeah, this is thicker. This stuff is thicker.
This stuff is thicker?
Yeah, this is thicker, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, the Canadian one is. Well, it's. Dear, you might be right. Deep down in here, it's liquid. I don't know. Anyway, cheers.
It ain't no bagel.
This ain't no bagel. I'll tell you that right now. This ain't no bagel.
You didn't even know when to have breakfast.
I mean, just ain't no bagel, okay? Okay. What else is going on? Yeah, Nick says, I want to write on GameStop, but I'm not comfortable feeling, so we'll stay away for now. I'm just not feeling comfy right now writing it with earnings coming up.
You got to pay attention to that feeling. That feeling's there for a reason.
Exactly. Cody says, I wake up at 7. I don't eat until at least 6 p.m. What? I don't eat until at least 6, usually 9. When Uncle Bruce eats a bagel, though it does like hunger and food, I wish I don't have to eat such a chart. I don't understand. How can you be awake 12 hours and not eat? That makes no sense.
Maybe that was just during Ramadan. Probably that's not a regular thing.
I have no idea. GameStop 93.98 up to 17. The Dow up 296. Nope, the Dow is up 304. Pardon me. The Dow is up 304.
It's holding its number, basically.
And so it's hanging around. Okay, Home Depot at 296 now, another $2 lower. It did hit that high of what, 309. The Home Depot is in the red right now, 295.76. It's at the low of the day. It's actually down a quarter on the day. It got as high as 310.94, almost 311. Nick shorted a couple at 308, bottom back at 301 something, made a nice buck. Now he's picked up a couple hundred, and he's back here at 296.40 right now. We're up 41 cents on Home Depot. Really jumping around. Crazy. Dow up 309. Smart Rent up 9 at 484. SoFi up 16 to 708. Matterport 508 up 3. GameStop 93.34 up 93.12 up 132 right now. All right. Okay. For the record, Coyote, I drink a lot of fruit juice during the day. Okay. Nick says, amazing. Look at HD in the red now. That's what we're watching. Home Depot now up 16 cents to 296.15. No, I don't eat for 16 hours each day. I stop eating at 6 p.m. Oh, okay.
I'm starting to worry about you.
Question how people are typing and how I'm reading what they're typing.
Well, there's that.
Mm. 305 gain on the Dow. Mm. Delish. This will get us through a little longer. There you are. A disposable world. The Dow up 280. Home Depot 296.54, up 55 cents. Okay, Home Depot. Keep it going for Nick. There you go. Smart Rent up 11. SoFi up 18 to 709 for SoFi. Matterport at 511. And GameStop 93.14, up $1.34 at the moment. There you are. Uncle Bruce, would you ever do a class on shorting? I'd be curious about learning how to short stock. That is another existence. I could do a class on that. You really have to know stake bids and stake offers if you're going to be shorting stock. But you'd have to also be very familiar with the psychology of the markets. You really want to take lesson number 13 that I just posted. That one will talk to you about stake bids, stake offers, and psychology. And you can put the word short selling into the option part there. Mm-hmm. You'll learn a lot about how that works. But shorting can be a day trade scenario for people. Like Nick, for example, could be a very good way to play the market. Nick has made $1,500 in profit on Home Depot today, which could take some of the sting out of the Home Depot trade he's working on right now, if that's what happens. Right now, by the way, we're $2.95 on Home Depot. We're down $1. But you've got to be able to, you got to be prepared to really pull the pin quick on short sales. You have to be extremely adept. But nonetheless, stocks drop faster than they go up. When you're right, when you are correct on a short sale, the profits come quickly. As many of you are noticing on your options, you're writing options. You're looking for the stock to drop. For a day trade, you're looking for it to drop. Why are we watching GameStop right now? If we could pop $8-10 right now, we'd be just hitting a wave of option sales. But it's not giving us that right now, is it? And so we're kind of going, we're not ready to write right at this price. I want this price higher, and then it can back off a little bit and take me with you for an option ride. That'd be great. That's how this is done. Lame Duck. How's London, by the way? Any plans while you're there? And I'm sure you've been there before. Let us know what is fun to do there, maybe one day. Well, again, Jennifer and I are not here for 12 hours a day of sightseeing because we can't be, because I'm on the air with you guys, which was the plan. So we're here for a few hours a day of sightseeing. Now, it might just be a little tour around the neighborhood. We also have another factor that has come into our world in the last few years. It's really, in the last year, really picked up, and that is Jennifer's hip. And so we are restricted in mobility. And so we have to deal with that. And so
everything takes longer.
Everything takes longer, and the world has gotten smaller. But taxis are here, Ubers are here, and other forms of transportation. It's a question of what can we tolerate, and where do we really want to go, and what do we really want to see. This morning, we really didn't do much of anything. I went out and grabbed a few provisions and brought them back to the room, and I then went out again with my phone, my camera, and I took some footage for a video I'm preparing for my other channel. But we're not today going to be in the British History Museum for 8 hours. That's not going to happen today. It's 3:27 now here in London, and I'm on the air with you. And I'm on the air again tonight at 8 o'clock local time for the final hour of training on the market. So that limits us to do that. Now, Saturday, Sunday, we just had. And we did get out for Saturday and Sunday, yes. And this coming weekend, we're in Edinburgh, Saturday and Sunday. But Saturday is an out and about day, but Sunday is travel day for us this time around, from Edinburgh to London to Amsterdam, all in one day on trains. So that's the outing. The outing is actually the trip itself. So I'll be doing camera work on trains, about trains, for the other channel as well. So I'm working, and we're working from Europe right now. And that's how this is a traveling vacation combination, doing everything at the same time. Unlike 99% of people who are here from other countries. I mean, they're here to do the tourist thing. But we do enjoy just walking along the street is great because it's London. It's different. So different. Just going to the pub last night and looking around this pub going, well, they don't have them. These don't exist in North America like this place exists. They had outside.
You don't get to say that.
What's that?
You don't get to say those words in a Canadian pub.
Oh, the words that they were saying. Yeah, there was blue language floating in the air yesterday inside the pub that you wouldn't do that in Canada. No, you'd be asked to leave by the ownership. But outside the pub yesterday, they have a little courtyard. And again, you have to remember, like everywhere else in the world, we just got through the shutdown. So this pub got through the shutdown and they survived. They're still here. What they did was they built it to a North American. It looks like they went to Home Depot and they bought a shed, those backyard sheds, It looks like they built a shed, took the front doors off the shed so you can see in it. And on the wall, the back wall of the shed, is a flat screen television. In the shed is a picnic table type arrangement. Or no, it's a table with a couple of chairs, 4 chairs. And you can rent the shed. And they have like 10 of them. They're beside each other because of distancing.
It's a British cabana.
It's a British cabana. It's a pub cabana. And there's no pool. And the waiters or waitresses bring you the beer, and you have your own TV in your own shed, and you've got the distancing between people to adhere to the rules. And that's what's going on. And so we were looking at these last night out of the window of the pub we were inside of. We were looking at, oh, look at that. It's like a Home Depot shed with a flat screen TV. It's like a 50-inch screen in each one of these things. And these guys, if they're sitting in it, they're sitting at a table with the screen right there. I guess, like, what? Like you're a foot away, 3 feet away from this gigantic flat screen watching soccer, football being played. And this was smart. This is how they figured a way to survive the pandemic from a business point of view. Probably each one of these sheds would have cost, I would say in pounds or dollars, $1,000 plus another 500 to 1,000 to set up each television. Labor on top of the cost of the TV. The TV is the cheap part. The labor, the cabling, the wiring, the inspections from the City of London, and the inspections for electrical, and so, I mean, the logistics of having to do all that, and then the security to make sure that those sheds don't get busted up in the middle of the night and the place is closed. So to lock it all up and protect it all. And oh my gosh, the cost to business of this pandemic has been devastating. Anyway, we're seeing stuff like this, not the British Museum, not the War Museum. We're not going to Buckingham Palace watching the changing of the guards. We're not doing that London. We're doing other London that this isn't in our hometown. We don't see this in our hometown. And remember, we just came out of 2 months, a little over 2 months of babysitting a house for friends of ours, good friends of ours, dear friends of ours, who were so generous to allow us to stay in their wonderful home for 2+ months. But the house is in the burbs in Calgary, and there's limited stuff to see and do there in the wintertime. It's not like we were enjoying summer weather in this great home. The house was perfect for what we needed it for. But, here I'm in a hotel room, so the accommodations are a whole lot tighter. But outside this hotel room, within a block or two radius, there's all kinds of stuff you don't see in your hometown. And that to us is kind of cool. So are we easily impressed? Maybe. maybe we're easily impressed. But when you've been locked up for as long as we've been locked up, this has been kind of a treat. It's just something really different, and we're enjoying it. Anyway, thank you all. Anthony, hi Bruce. Are you staying in London the whole time you're in UK? No. I would recommend the Lake District for some amazing views. Just make sure you're going to be trying sunny. No, we're not staying here. We're leaving day after tomorrow. We're out of here on Thursday, and we're going to Edinburgh, where it is cooler and wetter. We're going to classic Edinburgh, but it's only 3-4 nights. It's a short stay. And then we're leaving to go to Amsterdam. We'll be there next week. And we're only there for several days, a certain number of days. And then we're going to Dortmund in Germany. Then we're going to Hamburg. Then we're going to Berlin. Then we're going to Munich. We're on the road, kids. And so different town, different city, different. So if we're bored with one place, don't worry about it. 3 days later, we're on a train, we're moving again. And so that's what's going on. Lame Duck still waiting for a business lesson. Uncle Bruce, I'm waiting for a lesson on business. I'll see if we can put one together. Nick, the secret of shorting is guts. Yeah, that's right. You know it. $2.96 on Home Depot, up 25 cents on the day. There you go. Coyote, I'm not even sure if I even want to be a shorter, but I would love to fully understand the ins and outs of shorting, the thought process, and to see how they do it. Nick has inspired me. BW, what? No tea and crumpets for you today, Bruce, or should I say, Mrs. Nesbitt? Mirko, are you still planning your Beatles tour? I don't know if that's going to actually happen. There's only really one place I want to go. There's only one place I would like to go, and we might do that. That might happen tomorrow. Might happen tomorrow. It has to happen by, I guess, by tomorrow. Um, I'll let you know. But there's a few other places that could have come into play, but now that we're here and we're dealing with, like, you're if you're coming here for a 2-week holiday, you've laid out your game plan every day. Museum here, we're doing this then or doing that there. You got a schedule figured out. You're only here 2 weeks and you're getting her done and then you're out of here. Got it. I know this game. We're not in this game. We're in the what's the weather like today? How are we feeling? How's your hip doing? Can you walk? Can we go anywhere today? Do you feel like leaving the room? We're in that game. That's a whole different game. But we're also aware that we're probably going to be here next year for a visitation. We're likely traveling through here next year. Maybe it's because we're doing a cruise. Maybe it's because we're heading to France next year for a month. Next year we're in Italy for a month. I don't know. So we're here again, and it's one of those. Well, the last time we did that, the next time we'll do this. But the other thing that's coming up is as each month goes by, we're 1 month closer for Jennifer to get a new hip. Changes everything. After recovery, physio, we will find out how mobile are we now, and we readjust to the new normal. So stand by. I'll let you know. Have you been told the old Tower of London? Have you been told? Have you been to the Tower of London? I've always wanted to see that. We've driven around it already through cab and by bus. Yeah, but we haven't gone in it. But it's just over here, about a mile away. We were happy to see it. It was fine. Nick S and Alex is saying Nick and a stop loss. Are you doing a stop loss? I don't know if he is. It's 294.68 down, 130 on Home Depot. It's jumping around. Welcome, Alex. Austin, you guys remember last summer when we were putting or printing 10 to 20% gains on our SPACs? We can daydream, right? Nick, if you got museum, look for lots of stuff from India, especially the diamond Kohinoor. I hope the diamond is given back someday. Coyote, my girlfriend told me she wants to watch videos on your traveling channel about the trip and such. So looking forward to that. Yeah, there's one on there now about the taxi experience and the airports. I'm putting another one together right now. More coming. Michael, once I can write on all my stocks, I'll be happy. Camp, London is one of the world's coolest towns. Coyote says, Austin, last time I was on cloud nine. Everything was popping off, writing cover calls left and right. December was like a slap of cold water. Alexander, I'm with you, Uncle B. I want to just enjoy the places that I'm at. The food, the leisure, a few sites if I haven't seen them before for a short while. But I want the low pace, good food, good weather. Yeah, that's it. I don't need to be tourist number 458 in line to go and see this. I'm past that now. We spent the day at Harrods on Sunday, and it was delightful. It was just great. We were there in 1999 with our 12-year-old daughter. This time around, we're on our own. And we don't have to worry about her and how bored she is. We don't have to fuss with her. And she was great, by the way, when we were here. She was great. She got her own pillow. And we bought other stuff. But this time was Jen and I in Harrods. A totally different experience than 22 and a half years ago. Fantastic. Loved it. no admission price to get in other than to get there by tube and then to get back by cab. And then once in, we spent some money in there. What are you supposed to do? It's Harrods. But it was great. It was great. I had more fun in Harrods Sunday than I would have had at a museum. I can guarantee you that. Absolutely. Austin, Michael, that'll be the day. I have set 57,000 shares of SPAC nonsense at the moment right now. Oh my God. Alex, good afternoon. All I'm number 133. Right on, buddy. Cam went on a pub crawl and visited some of London's most historic pubs. So much fun. Touch grass sounds like a good time. Austin, yeah, I was taught a nice lesson on how the market can humble you. Alex, good morning, good afternoon from Goody. Alexander, Michael, I'm with you. There are a few 10,000 of shares I'm not writing on at the moment, but our day will come right there. Kareem, finding a seat somewhere and just people watching is a good afternoon plan in itself. Michael, hopefully sooner than later, but we'll wait patiently. Coyote, oh yeah, I took my beating and accepted the market was going to be ugly back in January. Some people still haven't come to terms with it, but if it had been in the market since 2020. All right. Let's see. Have a great day, Duncan Sand. Let's see. I haven't heard SoFi. Alan, I hadn't heard SoFi was planning a reverse split. How will that affect long call options? I bought $6 call that expires in October. I'll end up with a fraction of a contract. What's going to happen, right? So the talk is between a 2 to 10 to 1 rollback. That's the talk. That is the general, very loosey goosey. We're thinking between 2 and 10. That's the board of directors contemplating the possibility, if the shareholders approve it, of a reverse split. So if it's going to be 5 for 1, let's just suppose, and the stock's trading at $7 when they do that, suppose, then a 5 for 1 rollback would mean the shares will be trading at $35 a share, and everybody would have 1/5 the number of shares. So you'd have a contract for 20 shares at $35 instead of 100 shares at 7. Now, how will your contracts trade the day after the split? See, I suspect the computers in Chicago, they will have 2 sets of contract settings, I guess. All the contracts that exist now will stay the way they are. All the contracts that will be created after the split will be the way they are. And as people shift out of these into these, the open interests will disappear over here and rise over here. I don't know how they do it. I am not in the business of describing to you and actually enacting a rollback, a reverse split on contract. I've just never done it before, and I'm not a regulator, so stand by. But your contract will still exist. You will still have the same value you have now, no matter what. If the shares go up and you're long, you're making more money. You're richer. If your shares go down and you're long a call, you're poorer. If you've written a call and the stock goes up, you're looking at rollovers. If you've written a call but the stock goes down, you're buying back for a profit. That will be the same. The logistics of it, we'll figure it out later. All right, Alex. Oh, we do love a shed in the UK. Lots of people have bought posh sheds. They used to work from home in the garden. See, there you go. Austin, anyone out there in the healthcare field that can comment on ME and their timeline to drug production, haven't heard anything from them in a long time. I love being easily impressed. Fun way to live. John, I think it's cool to see places both with the historical elements, but also architecture, social. You got it, John. That's the way I am too. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. Good morning, family. Hello, guys. Alexander, good morning to you too. Wavy Gravy GameStop just went neg. We're at 91.44, down 30 something cents. Home Depot down 242 is at 293 now. Dow still up 129, but only 129. The Nasdaq's only up 106. And the S&P's up 31 points. So the markets are still slumping from their opening high. The question is there a bottom here and then a long road up for the rest of the day? What is the deal? That's what we're waiting on. We're trying to figure out just what is the mentalities market? Because we've been open now an hour and 14 minutes. And as Europe shuts down now, are we going to find that the Dow can now run up and go up from here? We'll find out. I don't know. I don't have your answer. I'll let you know when I know. Coyote, that is awesome. Is traveling with children as stressful as it seems? Laughing out loud. Not with ours, but you know, I've seen families I know, families I've been part of as a child, but families I don't know in many, many, many places. And I have seen some parents be absolute geniuses in how they handle their brood. And I have seen parents who have been absolute disasters in how they've handled their kids on the road, whether it's one child or two or five or whatever. I've seen it all. I'm old now. I've seen it all. I remember how my mom and dad handled the three of us. And I remember how Jennifer and I handled Jennifer Jr. And I can say that it was generally a pleasant experience because Jennifer Jr. in our case was brought up by 32-year-olds when she was born. They were 30. Her parents were 32 when she showed up. We weren't 18. We were 32. And so when we were traveling in our 40s and she was in her 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year range, she was with a totally different set of parents than any other kids out there, generally speaking, because she would see 10-year-olds with 28-year-old parents, and here she's a 10-year-old with 42-year-old parents. Different people. You're different at 42, 45 than at 20 to 25 to 28. So it's all relative, isn't it? It just is. But it can be a stressful problem, but it can also be a challenge, and it can also be a delight. And for Jennifer and I, it was a delight almost all the time. Although we were constantly challenged and were constantly thinking of ways to engage with her, keep her motivated, stay a step ahead of her. With Harrods, I prepped her. When we were going to Harrods in 1999, I prepped that kid. I had her ready. We knew why we were going there. One of the things we needed pillows. We needed pillows for each of us. Each of us were going to get our own pillow. That is our home every night. Every night when we were going to sleep, we had our own pillow now from now on this long road trip we were on back in 99. And for Jennifer Jr., this was a big deal. This is mine. Every night my head will rest on this pillow. That is my pillow, and it will come home with me when I go home with it. And so we prepped her for that sort of thing because Parents has a really nice pillow department. What can I say? And so it was a fun day, and a number of other things we saw inside that store. A number of things. We engaged her all over the place. But Sunday, when Jennifer and I went, it was just to impress ourselves. It was just for our enjoyment. Where would we like to go as adults? What would we like to see? And that's how we did it. So there you go. All right. Uncle Bruce, you're right. I have had that happen on Ameritrade. It is confusing, though, says Cindy B. It is fun, stressful, exhausting in my experience. They can easily get expensive and fancy too. John Gody, it's hard when they are little. Once they get a little older, it's way easier and thus more relaxing. John, mine are 8 and 11 and have been international. So I speak from experience. That is awesome, says Coyote to John. Coyote, we took a 3-hour flight with a 1.5-year-old. We'll never do it again. It was awful. Have fun. No kidding. Bring lots of things to entertain the kid. John, my youngest, when he was when he was in lap age on the plane, threw a banana at me while screaming before falling asleep. We almost didn't make it to Panama. Almost didn't make it. Rob, for a few weeks before the plane ride, we also talked it up so it's more exciting too. Talked it up. That's a good plan. I want to go On
up and down the halls. Run them.
That's right, Coyote. I want to go on a 1999 road trip now. Austin, John, Lavla, you can find a little one to a 2x2 foot space for 3 hours, and anything can happen, including crapping their pants on the phone. My wife and I were jammed in the bathroom. Austin, 20,000 feet up, cleaning that. Fun times. I just want it to be 1999, says Michael. Oh, man, says John. Yeah, party time. Excellent. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes.
I used to play the game with my daughter. We'd be at a restaurant or somewhere where we're sitting and we're just watching. And a few tables over might be a mom and dad and a child or two children or three. And inevitably, somewhere around us, some child is out of control, lost their mind. And they might have good reason to have lost their mind because mom and dad didn't prep them. Mom and dad didn't think about their feelings. Mom and dad are ignorant to the fact that kids need to be, kids. Whatever. The kid lost it. And I would tap my daughter on her shoulder. I said, what would happen? I point over to the child. What would happen if, and before I could finish the sentence, which was going to be, what would happen if you behaved like that? I couldn't get those words out. She would say, don't even go there, Dad. Don't even go there.
Never going to happen.
Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Don't even go there. That's what I loved about her at that age. Flight attendants, so how hard they are trying to comfort them. They try so hard. I got him to sleep on my shoulder, and they promptly brought us cocktails, and we were applauded in our section of the plane. Cindy, I remember the diaper explosion on the plane. I remember that. John, we were going to buy everyone within earshot around, but thanks to COVID, no booze on planes. There were very sober people around us that weren't very happy, though. Sober people, not happy.
You see them in the gate waiting area, and you're like, oh, please God, no, not by me,
not by me. Please don't be by me. Please God, don't be by me. Not by me. That's right.
I have a cane and I will use it.
The plane we took over from Calgary the other day was about 80% full, about 80%, and no kids in our immediate area.
No,
there were no children.
And for so many of the rows, like it's a 3 and 3, a 3-3-3. There was an empty. There were only 2 people in the rows of 3.
Many.
It was lovely.
It was lovely. We had 3 seats for ourselves. I was the window seat. Jen was the middle seat, but no one sat in the aisle seat, so we had all 3 to ourselves. And
if they'd let you, you would sit on the wing.
There you go. So it was fine. But no, the kids, no problems. I did hear one baby crying a little towards the end. We were getting ready to land. I thought, it's almost over. It's okay. It was the only sound. It was fine. Coyote, wow. John, typically people are cool if they see that you're trying to calm your kid down.
Right.
It's when the parents don't act that patience runs.
It's when they become deaf. Yeah.
That's when we want to beat up the parents. Yes. Yes. Oh, I know.
That's when I turn into a Karen and remind them that you might not be able to hear your children, but I can. And if you don't do something about it, I will. And that's when they're
We used to be very proud of our daughter when we'd run an airplane with her, and she would just be the model citizen at any age. Now, we did not travel with her as a baby on airplanes. I think
she was 9.
Yeah.
Well, she was 7 when we went up on the little tube of death propeller up to Grand Prairie for the Canada Winter Games.
Yeah, that was you and Jen alone. And she was a trooper then, too.
Oh, yeah.
She was actually the one steadying Mom.
She was the one explaining to me, it's just the wheels coming down. No, that's a normal noise. No, here.
Yeah, she's explaining to Mom what's happening with the plane.
7-year-old.
7-year-old. Yeah. No, when we moved to the Cayman Islands in '98, she was 11, And I had prepped her for weeks, weeks for the trip, and explained to her we have got to do a lot of flying to get down, because we'd look at a map
3 flights.
and I would show her, when we go to Grandma and Grandpa's house with the car, this is where we travel. We're going to fly from here to here. And she's going, whoa, we can't drive that. No, we can't drive that. And so we had to go from Calgary to Dallas to Miami, and Miami to Cayman. And the theoretical thing was supposed to be one day. Didn't happen. It didn't happen. We got delayed getting out of Calgary.
We sat on the tarmac for 3 hours.
We were in the tarmac for 3 hours while they repaired the plane.
And she was so good.
She was so good. Yeah. And the flight attendants spoiled her. They took care of her. Would you like another drink? Sure. Would you like a cookie? Oh, okay. She was great. I said, this is special. You are special. The more behaved you are, the more they're going to love you.
The more they reward you.
And then we got the word, we're pulling back. We're going to go. Oh, great. Everybody was happy now. And then the plane took off. We got up in the air and everybody went, yay. We're flying in the middle of a blizzard, by the way, to get out of town. 30 below. Yeah, and landed in Dallas, and it was 65 out. We thought, this is heavenly. It's 65. We were just minus 30 in Calgary. And then we connected to a plane to Miami, which was a different flight because we missed our flight, of course. And we get to Miami.
Was that the thunderstorm?
Miami, the thunderstorm. So now we're landing in Miami late in the day, and there's a thunderstorm. But we come down, and we didn't make our flight to Cayman because there are only so many per day. So that was the next morning, and the airline was trying to tell us, "Oh, we're not going to compensate you for this." And I said, "Oh, yes, you are."
No, you popped the hood.
I said, "You are. Yeah. You had mechanical problems. You didn't have a weather issue. You had a mechanical problem. You had people on board the plane to repair it." Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what it shows. Yeah. So they put us up in an embassy suites at no charge, with a transportation there and back, and a meal voucher for dinner and breakfast. They covered it all. And then the next morning we were back at the airport. We got on a plane at about 11, 12 o'clock. Yeah. And it was 75 degrees in Miami when we left town, maybe 80. And we landed in Cayman at 85 degrees.
95% humidity.
High humidity. And I went, yes, this is the Cayman. This is our new home. High humidity, a little bit of a breeze though, made it very comfortable, made it very all right, quite all right. And clear blue skies and turquoise water, just off all around the turquoise blue water, just like in the postcards. And so I said to our daughter, Jennifer Jr., well, you made it. What do you think? This is pretty good, Dad. This I said, you're going to go to school here. We're going to live here all the time. People are going to come and go. We're staying. We're going to be the ones saying goodbye to people at airports because they're leaving now. And so that began our Cayman experience. But again, she was prepped. Yeah. Alex says, Alex, who saw us the other day, says, I feel your pain. He says, cleaning up Kitty sick on a train to Disneyland was not fun. The toilet was out of order. Austin says, Alex, laugh a lot. It happens. We used to be very proud of our daughter is a funny sentence, laughing out loud. We used to be proud of her. We're still very proud of her, but
didn't you see me sneak into the bathroom and close the door so I could talk to her?
Well, I suspected as much, but I wasn't saying anything until you blabbed it out. Home Depot down 294 to 293. Nick, I don't know. I hope you make money on this. So we're up 149 on the Dow. We've got the Dow did dip down to only 37. It's now up 150, climbing again. S&P's up 33, and the NASDAQ is up 104. Have we had a turnaround here? Is this the turnaround we're looking for? Up 150 on the Dow. Home Depot, 293.42, the low of the day, 292.23. Bounced $1.20 this direction. Now only down 250. We'll see if Home Depot wants to pop back up again. Got up to 311, almost 311 today. Almost $311 a share. 293.10 right now. Down 289 on Home Depot. SoFi, $7 on the nose. GameStop, 91.78, down 2 cents. 2 pennies on the down dip on good old GameStop. The low of the day, 91.21. We're now 91.87. The high of the day, 95.98. It's about $4.10 away from the high of the day at the moment. Other than the banana incident at 2 years old for my youngest, mine have been great, says John. Many of our trips are for business. They have to be on their best behavior since Daddy is working. John, so nice to be able to take him with us. BW, and down goes the Dow and NASDAQ. Downtrend continues and will do so until the S&P hits 3,400 and below. That's what he's saying. That's what he's hearing. That's what I heard. He says, well, it's at 4,000. The S&P's at 4,000 right now. But at the moment, we are up 159 on the Dow, 36 on S&P, 115 gained on the NASDAQ, and the Home Depot now is 292.79, down 320 a share. GameStop is green, up 2 pennies, 91.82. Nick, have you ever spanked kids to discipline? Have you ever spanked? I know we, in our case, I remember my father. He had to occasionally do the thing. He had what was called the belt. Very rarely did he have to use the belt, but yeah, he would. But in our case, I had to spank her once. Mom said, "Daddy's going to have to spank her." I don't want to do that.
Well, she's got so much diaper on.
Well, she had a diaper on, and I thought to myself, "You want me to spank? How do you want me to do it? Oh, just give her a little tap." So it was it was amazing. It was the only time I ever had to.
Psychological threat.
It's the only time I had to quote spank her, and I didn't put her on my knee or anything like that. I was on the couch watching television, and Jen comes in and says, "Daddy, you have to spank Monica." And my daughter is like looking at me like,
"You just said her name."
Oh, see, I just did it. And her face was like, ooh. And I said, "Oh no, what happened?" And Mom said, "What happened?" I said, "Is this what?" Yeah. So I said, "Oh God, okay, well, you just turn around and look at the TV." And so, and she just turned around and I said, "Are you ready?" "Okay." I said, "You know why we have to do this? It's because you love me." "Yes, it is."
Brainwashing.
And so I just tapped her bottom with her diaper on it, and tears are going, "Okay." I said, there it is. Okay. And then Mom said, "Now we have to go to our room for a while and kind of, think about what we'd." "Okay." And then off she went with Mom to the room. And then about an hour later, she came out, and I said, "How you doing?" She says, "Oh, I'm okay." I said, "Well, can I have a hug?" "Oh yeah." So got the big hug from my daughter, and then we just sat and watched TV together. And I thought, please God, let this be the only time I ever have to do this, because this kid is so intelligent. There's really no need for this. Psychological was the torture. That's all you need to use. You didn't have to hit her.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have to do
just
that.
That reminder that
Daddy had to
sometimes you have to draw a line in the sand.
I do recall one time I caught her red-handed breaking a rule that was a big one, and it was in Cayman actually. I was in the pool area, and I came out and I had my towel on, and I was going to walk back to our townhouse, and I could see through the fence our daughter and a couple of other friends just hanging around the front of the townhouse. They were like 12 years old, and they all had their bikes, and our daughter was on her bike, and she was had her hands on the steering wheel, and she had her feet on the bar between the seat and the steering wheel. As it was moving at like a mile an hour and a mile and a half an hour, she was showing off how she could. And she turned around and started biking towards me as I had just stopped. And I was about 100 feet away, just stopped, just watching. And then she saw me standing there watching her. And she calmly stopped her bicycle, got off her bike, and said to her friends, "I have to go now." And she walked the bike into the garage, parked it, and waited for me to join her walking into the front door. And of course, being Mr. Cool, No scene was made in front of anybody, and we walked in together, and we came into the living room, and I said, I think we're going to have a little chat because we said to her, you can't pull off stunts like this. Even as incredibly agile as you are, you're all of 80 pounds soaking wet, if that, maybe 70. If you hurt yourself, we got a problem here. We're in a foreign country, and we're thousands of miles from home. And if you fall off a bike onto a paved driveway with a head injury, relatives cannot get here quick enough to say goodbye to you because they're 3 flights away.
And I have a brother with a major brainstem injury from falling off his bike.
There you go. So we had a little chat, and
wear your helmet.
so what do you do? There was not going to be a spanking. I'm talking about a 12-year-old now. I'm not going to do that. So we sat down. We had a chat. So I said to Mom, "Well, here's what I witnessed. Does anyone have to dispute the facts?" And I asked my daughter, "No, that's true. He caught me red-handed on the bike." And Mom was looking at me, and I'm like, "So what should we do? What there must be a punishment exacted here. What do we think it should be?" Well, I think it worked out that no bike riding for 2 weeks. The bike was put away for 2 weeks. But I don't know if it got worse than that. I'm not sure if there was any other major.
I think that might have been it. Just that you don't get the bike.
It was kind of like, look.
And just a reminder to look at her uncle and go, "Do you want to be like that?"
Well, but it was more like, look, this is what we're going to do, and if you want to push this and do something stupid again, it's going to get a lot worse than this. But we'll leave it at that, and let's kind of get through this. Please be cognizant of this. Just to remind someone who's 12, we're from Canada. We live in the Cayman Islands. Between here and Canada is the United States. It's a long ways away to home. Local healthcare is good. Yeah, but do you really want to use it because you hurt yourself doing a jackass thing like we told you not to do? Never had that ever happen again. It just never happened again. So we were lucky. We were lucky. There you go. Anyway.
I thought I was scared. We
Jesus. Such fun. Yep. Anyway, here we are. We're at 189 on the gain for the Dow right now. We've got Home Depot at 292.98, down $3. Smart Rent up 16 to 491. SoFi at 708, up 17. Matterport up 2 to 508. GameStop 94.41, up 261. Your GameStop is on a roll. Beach Boy, keep your eye on those contracts. Maybe there's something happening. Who knows? I don't know. In any event, have you ever spanked kids to discipline? Said Nick. Anyway, my dad slammed me once, says Michael. We wake up, oh my gosh, we wake up usually when the sun is shining. 1.5 hours, we get back near everything. I too have money on the side and selling some puts very cautiously. We're up 184 on the Dow. Coyote Michael choke slam. Rob, parenting tips in plain English with Uncle Bruce. Rob, I love it. Savior, I have a 5-year-old. When he misbehaves, I just tell him it's time to put boxing gloves on. He hurts me though. Coyote, I gotta go now. Rob, now can you punish her when she listens so well? How can you do that? Nick, Uncle Bree, I'm working on HD to average down 295. I got a 295 average on Home Depot. Right on, man. A little pop up and you're on your way. Coyote, they had a court hearing about it. Uncle Bruce was a key witness, and his testimony proved crucial in this sentencing. Right. John, my 11-year-old is a black belt in Taekwondo. No spanking for him. Oh my gosh.
Yes, for it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my dad had one chat with me once. I think I was about 12, 13, 14. I think the last time I got the belt, I must have been 12 maybe. But I might have been 13, and I don't know how the topic came up, but my dad said to me, "Do you really think it's necessary for me at my age now to hit you with a belt anymore?" Like, I'm going, Dad, I so desperately seeked his approval. It's something I was doing because if he went, that was really smart. That was really good. That made me feel so much better. I just had no need to challenge this guy. The life experience he had, the example he set, the how hard he worked, and then the turning point in my life was when my father's health faltered. That was the wake up call of wake up calls that I got. And when he began to have heart trouble, and he was around 44, 45, and I was about 14, 15, and he had heart problems. And now, when they would come home from a vacation, for example, or my father would come home from a road trip, I would go down to the car and I would grab his suitcases and lift them up the stairs because I was the 14-year-old strong kid. It kind of, the transfer began. A transfer began at that point. And at this point, it was physical. You have the power, you have the strength, you're the healthy one, you can lift. Dad can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
Doctor won't let him.
Stupid.
You're still stupid. You're still dumber than a sack of hammer. But you've got that. And if you pay attention to the world, you'll smarten up. And so that ticked it over for me. That went, okay, you're no longer the stupid kid anymore. Now you're the stupid teenager. But you're transitioning here and you're beginning to take on responsibilities. Help your mother run the house. And I'm going, okay, Dad, I'm up for that. As with for respect for you, you got it. And so as his health deteriorated, ultimately leading to a bypass, triple bypass years later, I took on more and more of the heavy lifting, let's say. And with that, every time you move pounds and pounds of whatever, for some reason, the brain gets smarter. You just start getting smarter. And I noticed with my buddies, some of them didn't get that message, didn't click in. Their father's health was beginning to peak out as well, because all of our fathers were in our 40s now, going on to the 50s. And we're dealing with the 1960s here, smoking and drinking and eating the wrong food. And you're in your 40s. Guess what? Heart attacks, strokes, you name it. And I could see it from the outside looking. My dad was having issues, and this guy's dad, and oh yeah, that guy's father had an issue. I began to notice this, and it sunk into me. It didn't sink into all my buddies, but I would occasionally remind my best friends and say, "Have you noticed your dad can't lift? Can't physically do what he used to do 10 years ago anymore. You have to do it now. It's time for you to give back. He keeps the fridge full for you. The least you can do is help him load it, And so generally my buddies and I had a good relationship with our parents, but I know I had a very good relationship with my, anyway, it's just growing up. Speaking of kids, I'm off to collect mine. See you later, Shades. Thanks, Alex. Take care. Got caught my what's military riding a friend on a bike. I got caught by my military dad riding a friend on a bike with a cast on my leg. I'm having flashbacks. Michael, meeting time. Catch y'all later. Nick, I love the song by Eric Clapton, My Father's Eyes. Yeah. And Adventures 3 a month golden sack. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, I didn't need reminding. My father's father, my grandfather, died in 45. At the end of the Second World War, he was killed. And my father was 15 when he lost his dad. So when I turned 15, I thought to myself, what if I lost him right now? What would this be like? And that's when his health was failing him, he was having heart issues and so on. And that really, that was like a red light going off and on, like, hello, grow up now, grow up. And so helping with his store and helping my mother with her store and helping my mom around the house. Dad suggested the lawn might need mowing. I'll do it tomorrow. And I do it. I would do it the next day. The driveway needed shoveling. Always, I did it. They didn't have to ask me. I did it. pulling the weight in the house was the thing. And welcome to life, growing up now. And yeah. Thank you all for being here. Let's see. British road signs always got me. No driving on the verge. Turn of sign direction to the tip, i.e. dump.
To the tip.
To the tip. Dump. I slashed some tires in 3rd grade at a church function. No whooping, but I had to take what cash I had and apologize in person and tell them my plan for paying back the rest, then follow through. Wow, there you go.
And at a church function.
Church function. Oh my God.
No.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, welcome. Yeah. I had a friend of mine who got away with murder. Just got away with faux pas after faux pas, and the parents didn't kill him. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how lenient they were with this guy. In my house, it was unthinkable. It was utterly unthinkable, some of the stuff this guy would pull off. I did have one buddy of mine who pulled off. He was a boner. He was a doofus. He had balls, but he was stupid. And I remember one day he wanted to drive Dad's car. Well, he was 14, and he wanted to drive Dad's car. And Mom and Dad were gone for the weekend, so he figured he'd just drive the car around the neighborhood. And so it was a kind of a Sunday morning, and they weren't coming back till Sunday night. And he took Dad's car out of the driveway and went down the block, turned right, came to the first intersection. It's a 4-way stop. No, it's a red light. Sorry, it's a red light. He's at the red light, and he wants to go through the red light. And on the other side of the light, going the other direction, Mom and Dad coming home. The longest minute of his life. I wasn't with him in the car. I wasn't with him at this moment. I heard about this later. He was telling me, oh, yeah, I stopped the car at the red light. I'm waiting for the light to turn green. I got the radio playing. I got it on my station, my dad's car. Then I noticed the car on the other side of the road going the other direction is my mom and dad. And they're looking at me like,
you're going to die.
And Dad did this. Dad did this. Turn it around and go back home. So the light turned green. He went through the light. He pulled into a driveway. He turned around, followed Mom and Dad back to the house. Oh,
Dad would be out of his car by the time the kid got back.
Dad was waiting. Mom and Dad. Mom went straight into the house.
I can't watch it. Carnage.
Mom's thinking was, there's no need for me to be here for this.
Okay. I worked so hard to keep him alive. Please don't kill him.
And I saw him the next day at school, Lord. And he didn't seem to have any bodily injuries to him. I said, what the hell happened?
He was scarred mentally.
I heard the word that he got caught red-handed by his dad. He survived. I honestly don't know whatever happened to him in later life. I lost track of this guy. I think the reason I lost track of him is because my risk tolerance level was beyond what this guy's was, and I figured I don't want to hang out with this guy. I don't think I can afford to hang out with this guy. Oh man, what a story! Oh, anyway, Vilmos, I had to sell all of my video games. I was grounded. In retrospect, the whole thing wasn't that big a deal, but it rocked my little world something severe for about a year. Yeah, I can imagine. Christina, help Uncle Bruce. Why is the GameStop option chain so dry? No open interest or orders for anything other than 95, 100 increments. Yeah. I don't know. I think we're all waiting for the earnings to come out next few weeks, maybe. I've already flipped 4 GameStop cover calls and I made $755. Way to go, Christina. This looks like I missed out on a great show. Says Splair TV. Nick, looking through my father's eyes, loved it. Coyote, Christina, stock hasn't been doing much past 42 days, just sitting there. John, I cannot imagine the beating that would have followed that. Vilmas, Christina, I just want to hit 95 again before I write. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. 93, 99, so close. We're trying. Hopefully we'll have a little run here. The Dow right now is up 200 again, so that's good. We're up 43 on the S&P. We're up 150 on NASDAQ. We're climbing again. That's good. Like I said, did we hit the bottom and now we're going to climb? Maybe. The Europe markets are close now. Is this it? 94 on your GameStop, $1 more. Come on, let's see if I can do something. Smart Rent at 498, up 23. SoFi up 20 to 712. Matterport up 8 to 514. GameStop 94.12 now. AMC is up 66 to 1237. ATIP is climbing up 20, up 2.5 cents. Rocket Lab up 20. Sixter up just a penny. ME up 15. AMC is definitely climbing here. Noticing it bottomed out here at 11.85, now at 12.38 and climbing nicely. 7 cents from the high of the day. So it might pop that through, which means GameStop might pop up a bit more because it bottomed out at 91.21 only half an hour ago. Now it's at 94.30 on the GameStop, 943,000 traded. So we have a little uptick going on. The Dow at the moment up 188. Home Depot 293, down $2 after bottoming out at 290.90. So just under 291 a share. Almost a $3 turnaround on Home Depot in the last 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and so it's coming back on as well. So there seems to be a buy wave coming in to the marketplace here and there. ME up 16, Spire up 1.5, Pfizer is now up 62 cents. Hewlett Packard up $1.88 to $39.38. We've got an up move here on Carvana. It's now up 44 cents. It's come up from being down, now going positive. We've got Vanek Vectors up 7.74 and climbing. We have IBM up 274 to 137.78, definitely climbing. Money is going into IBM. Definitely going into IBM. Microsoft is climbing. It's up 260 now. Apple coming on a bit, up 185. Goldman up 560, trying to come back to that $9, $10 high level. Cisco is definitely climbing, up 131 to 50.31 right now. Facebook up 154, only $1.54. Amazon is up $20. Tesla's up 15 and Google is up $18. BlackBerry definitely climbing, up 22 cents. Still down 6.20 on Target. We're down 8 on Costco and we're down $14 on Walmart. It's still under pressure at the moment. But the Dow Jones is up 187 points, even though the Walmart, which is a Costco component, is off.
Which is a Costco component.
Costco, no, Dow component. Walmart, Dow, Costco, not. So much to think about here. 93.96 up 216 on your GameStop right now. And Home Depot 293.91 trying to get back up here. Don't know if it'll do it, but it's trying. 192 point gain on the Dow Jones at the moment. All right. Yep. HD coming back up, says Nick. Market is moving up a little bit. Any news? Finland approved NATO application 188 to 8. There you go. The Finland's vote in their parliament. Yep, they're approving it for sure. There you are. Fun times. We have about 7 or so minutes to go on this show. Thank you for joining me today from London. We'll be back on here at 8 o'clock my time, which will be 3 o'clock New York time, Eastern time. 3 o'clock will be on for the final hour trading today. I look forward to spending some time with you to close this day out, see how it does for you. Maybe the GameStop will give us a little run here, 93.98, $2 or $3 from here. Maybe you can write 100s, something like that. See if the stock wants to put a thing on, any oomph on this thing here. See what happens. Matterport up a dime, SoFi up 20 to 711, 714. SoFi just jumped again. Smart Red 497, trying to get back over 5. All right. Home Depot 293.65, down 234. Home Depot gets up to 300, 305. Nick's a happy guy. There you go. Go Home Depot. Go. Don't sit down here. Go higher. Don't dilly dally. Just go higher. GameStop $94, 94.01. Okay. A little better, just a little. All right, there it is. There you have it. My best friend lives in Helsinki, and it's interesting hearing his perspective during these times. I can imagine they would be most interesting perspective. And Nick, I have 2 YouTube going in parallel, listening to Uncle Bruce on one and others, Eric Clapton, and making money for waiting. There you go, buddy. There you go. 293.81 on Home Depot, down 218 now, after hitting a low of 290.90. So the stock has gained about $2.90 from the low of the day so far. Can it do a run? It certainly can. Will it? That's the question. The Dow, we're up almost 200 points. We had the dip. We've got a little recovery, a little plateau. Will we recover higher now and go up to 300-400 again like early this morning? Could happen. That could move the markets. And, well, we'll just see what's going on. All right. Time will tell. Coyote says, Nick, the future is now. There you have it. There you have it, folks. Okay. So join me today at 3. Thank you, all of you, for these thumbs ups today. 256 thumbs ups have come in today from my great viewers. I thank you all very much. Thank you for sharing stories about parenthood. It's a chapter in our lives that we might run into. Who knows? You never know. We're up 206 on the Dow again. We're climbing a little more. Good to see. See if this market wants to give us a little more oomph, and if so, how much of it? Certainly welcome to do that. 293.92 now on Home Depot. Looks like 294 is in the offing here. Very, very close. Really great show today, Bruce, says Coyote. Nick, you got it, Coyote. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Thank you all for your thumbs ups and kind words. Keep an eye on your markets. We'll join you at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Those of you in the UK, 8 o'clock tonight, we'll be here. It's kind of weird still thinking that I have a show at 8 o'clock at night every night. Really? Wow, that's weird. Tomorrow, prime time with Uncle Bruce. How are we going to do that? I'm kind of thinking that there may not be a prime time with Uncle Bruce, because that would be at 3 in the morning. No, 2 in the morning. Too late in the morning.
Too late.
Way too late in the morning. I might have to do a Uncle Bruce get together tomorrow. I might actually let me think about that. I'm really not sure. I got to scheme something up. I got to come up with something, but I can't do something that late in the evening. So bear with me. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can do something else. Maybe maybe a weekend something. I don't know. But even then, I don't know, because of our travel schedules and what's going on. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Malo, catch you later, Uncle B. Duncan, Stinkies are in. Cam, don't know. I'm just do a morning show. Says Tiff, just do a morning show. See, that might be it too. We might do something earlier, that for those you early birds, we'll have we'll do a little get together, because
it's not too early for them.
Right.
It's fine for us.
Fine for us. And this is what Jen and I are kind of thinking about it. We're trying to figure something out. Yeah, just do a morning show, please. Munimo, thanks. Thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. All right. It's just about time to pack this up. We're up 208 on the Dow. GameStop 93.62. Home Depot 293.50. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour of the day. Let's do one earlier. Would be a nice change of pace for folks in the European time zones. It's kind of what I'm thinking too. Thank you. Thank you, Nick, for that donation on PayPal. You're awesome, buddy. You are awesome. Thank you. Folks, thank you all so much for being here. And those of you who are picking up lesson number 13 already on the website, thank you for that. It's available. See the link up there. Way to go. Learn all about stink bids, stink offers. Nick has. He knows what he's doing. Thank you all. And we'll see you in a little bit at 3 Eastern, okay? Okay. Talk to you soon. 213 on the Dow. Go!
For the close.
See you later.